All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. This is the official 2025 stock draft. I'm here today with four very lovely and handsome investors. We have Mr. Dividend Stream, Stephen Fiorillo. We got Tanner, Future Investing. We have Chris Patel, and we have Matt Money. And over the course of the next 2 hours, we will be conducting a 10-round draft out of about 125 companies. Each of us will pick our 10. We will talk about the logistics of how we pick them in a second. And we will then be using Monday's closing price of those companies in an Excel model that Mr. Stephen Fiorillo has created for us. And in 1 year, we will see who has the best ETF that has outperformed everyone else. Also, at the end, you guys will be able to vote for who you think is going to outperform over the next year. Now, look, I know Israel-Iran is happening right now, and there's some volatility in the markets. This stream is not about that. Hopefully the stream kind of gets people to not focus on that and take your mind off that. I will talk about that a lot on the Market Open. I'm sure I'll have some of these guys on the show and they'll give their thoughts. But yeah, today we're just not really going to be discussing what's going on in the world right now, but rather we're still going to do the stock draft because it should be a fun night regardless. And if the market dips like crazy, I think all of us will have our own opinions on whether we buy this dip or not. So, all right, guys, are you excited? Steve, Tanner, Matt, Chris? Should be fun.
Yeah,
good time.
This is going to be a blast. I'm super excited. I can't wait to see everyone's picks. I think that this is going to be telling of the types of strategies that we look for.
Yeah, I think this is going to be really fun. We got the idea randomly like a week ago, and then people started liking the idea, and then we put it together, and now we are officially here. So what are the rules of this? 125 companies, each of us get 10. When one person takes one of the companies, that's off the list. So that's what kind of makes it competitive as an actual draft. I think there's a wide variety to choose from. We have a pretty strong list. We don't want to pick thousands of companies because that defeats the purpose, but there are a decent chunk of companies that I think everyone will care about. And then the order. So what we are going to do is pick an order right now. And that order that I'm going to do in front of everybody is going to determine who goes first and then who goes second, third, fourth, fifth. However, in order to make it fair, if the order is Amit, Tanner, Steve, Matt, Chris, the second round, it will be Tanner, Steve, Matt, Chris, Amit. So each person will have a chance to pick twice in each of the positions, 1 through 5. And that's the most fair way to do it. So even if Chris is the last pick on this one, he will eventually be the first pick a couple rounds later, and he will get the first shot at the pie. All right, cool. So you guys are saying we have to pick team names. Yes, we do have to pick. You can pick your ETF name. I think it'll be really fun. Also, one thing I didn't tell these guys, even though me and Steve talked about it, is trades. So at any moment in the middle of the draft, if someone wants to do a trade, they can propose a trade. The other person doesn't have to take it, but someone can say, hey, Tanner, I propose this for this. And if Tanner agrees to it, we can do that trade in real time, and then we can adjust the ETFs like that as well. All right, this button will generate the draft order. Here we go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Tanner, Matt, Amit, Chris, Steve. Freaking Tanner.
There goes NVIDIA.
There goes NVIDIA.
You know what? I had a feeling, man. I was like, I'm first or fifth. So I think everyone knows what my first pick is, but we'll get into it. Are we picking names and everything? How are we doing this?
Just get into it. Just pick your company.
Just get right into it, and then we could do our ETF name at the end.
Okay.
So hold on real quick. So this is what I'm going to be sharing the whole time so everyone can see all the names. This is the list of names. And then when you pick Tanner, I will go into the Excel sheet and then share your first pick. So go ahead, Tanner. What are you taking? Round 1.
I'll just do my auto select. NVIDIA, please.
All right. NVIDIA, I am striking that out. NVIDIA is off the board. He took it, folks. Tanner
that is so freaking awesome. What a start, boys. Good luck to everyone else.
It's all right.
Don't worry, Chris. UNH will be there. Don't worry.
Also, I mean, if it's not as obvious, you have to explain to everybody why you're picking what you're picking. So
no, that's gonna take too long, dude.
No, it's
Maybe
like
we
a
could do that.
10-second explanation. You know, it doesn't have to.
I'm picking NVIDIA because Jensen is a genius and they're going up. That's why.
Okay. Matt Money. Are you taking Rocket Lab? What are you doing?
I have a question, right? Some clarification. I already asked you this in WhatsApp, but I want to make sure that everyone understands what we're voting on, right? You already said that the chat and everybody's going to be able to vote on this at the end of this stream, but we are going to do intermittent check-ins on this. Like, how does this potentially work?
Yeah, so
right?
the audience is going to vote on who they think will outperform a year from now, but
Yep.
Steve's Excel model will actually track.
1 year
June
return is the ultimate goal.
Yeah.
What's your 1 year return?
So the way that the tracker is set up, I have all 5. Well, I'll just share it so everybody can see it. And I will be sending this out to the 5 of us.
Are you able to
Is that a
drip,
Porsche shirt?
reinvest the dividends?
Yes.
I'm going to have to add that into here, but yes, I'll be tracking dividends also because it's total return, and it'll be the average. So Tanner's
Well, you're not
going to
be able to track drip.
What? Did you just ask what drip is?
No. I said you're not going to be able to track drip.
Depends if we're talking stocks.
You
or
wait,
personal.
I'll be able to figure it out.
Trip is what I look like when I go to the club. you know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
hope
Like,
these
that's-
women are thirsty.
Anyway,
Because I'm bringing a water truck.
everybody's stocks will be tracked in here. We're going to have the closing price. I need to update this since we just decided on Monday. And then this column will be solidified, cemented. Current price will always be updating on a day-by-day basis, and the P&L on dollars and percentage. And then here will be the total weight average that your portfolio is up. So I have a box for everybody. I'll build out the dividend section also.
I love
Steve,
that
why does
Steve
it say NA? Just kidding.
Because they're
I'm just kidding. I'm
because
just kidding. I'm just
formulas.
kidding. I'm
You
just
know
kidding.
why?
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
I have to
I will
populate
be-
everything for it to go away.
All right,
It'll
so I'm
be
done
closing-
stalling. I'll take everybody's what's the word I'm looking for?
Favorite?
Suspense away.
No, don't do it. Don't do it to me. Don't do the
What are you
one.
doing?
Don't take away the one that I need.
What are you doing,
Is he gonna
Matt?
take Palantir?
You better not take Palantir.
Do it.
Not take Palantir.
No, I'm not going to choose Palantir, and the reason being is, although I love the company and I'm holding all my stock, I do not think it will have the best 1 year return. But I might eat those words. We'll see. I will be taking the Rocket Lab.
Okay, there we go.
Surprised everybody.
Okay,
He is he's taking it off the board. So there you
Commit.
go.
you're next.
I will be taking Palantir. I will be-
PLTR is admits number 1. All right. Mr.
So,
Craig.
who's next? Chris. Yeah, Chris.
United Health.
Wow.
Going with UNH.
Called it.
Yeah.
Okay, UNH is done.
That's a
Y'all
good
want to give me
pick.
the easy? You guys want me to get the easy wins? I'll take them. You know.
That's a good pick. All right.
Steve, well, I'm gonna guess you're gonna pick Meta. That's my guess.
You know what? You're fucking right.
I knew it. I knew this.
I
guy.
am taking Meta as my
He was
number
gonna
1
go with
since Tanner
Zucks.
took NVIDIA, which I wanted.
My next pick was going to be Meta.
All right. So Maddie Capital is starting this round out.
All right, so Maddie, here's the list.
So, man, why don't we just all pick, and then at the end, after we all pick our ETFs, we can explain why.
Yeah, that's a
yeah,
good
that's fine.
idea.
That's, yeah. That'll get us through faster. Okay.
Yeah. So, Matt, you're up.
You're also muted, Nat.
He's
He's
thinking.
thinking. He's thinking.
Thinking.
He's a
Y'all
thinker.
didn't do any homework. I got a list ready to go. I
Same
got
here.
I got
that
a,
was
I got a
the
list too, but they're strategic. You know,
Yeah, I'm being more strategic than that. You got to pick the names that you think are going to get picked first. Like UNH was not going to get picked. I don't know why you picked that one first.
How'd you pick UNH over Amazon, bro? That's a little.
Why did you just say that? Now Matt's going to take that.
Matt's not taking
What?
it.
Take it.
Actually, Matt's probably gonna take Amazon. That's probably
It was between
Unless
Amazon
I
and
thought
Google.
ahead and looked at all the companies that you guys were not going to pick and did all the research in the 3 hours that I had.
right. I need
Yo,
the chat.
hold on,
I need
hold
the
on,
chat
hold
up.
on.
I need the chat up.
I need
Sorry,
to
go
say
ahead.
something. Nate, stop texting me and telling me to pick hymns, okay? Like, can we? I'm not picking hymns. Goodness, great. This guy.
I need the chat's help. Okay. Put a 1 in the chat if you want me to choose Amazon. Put a 2 in the chat if you want me to choose Google. That's between-
Ooh.
You can't do that, man. You shouldn't do that. Come on,
I
this
do
is
what I
gonna take
want.
forever.
I'm a grown ass man.
This is going to take forever, bro.
I wrote it too in the chat.
I'm not even gonna do a poll, Matt. You got to just look at the chat and see what it feels like. I'm not even gonna do a poll.
Look
Matt,
at
what
those
am I putting on the
twos.
spreadsheet?
You got to go by the vibes in the chat. You got to go.
I'm
by
Man,
happy
it's
that we
going back
decided-
and forth. Some people are writing 3s. I'm all right. I'm gonna go Amazon.
I'm happy we decided to speed it up. That was good.
Commit. What's
Hey.
your number 2? I think I know. What
I
it
get
is.
number 2.
Well, you're second this round. Yeah.
I get number 2. You know, It's a hard choice.
It is a hard
It
choice.
really is a hard
It
choice.
better not be a hard choice with
It
how much
really
you
is a
talk
hard
about.
choice. But at the
It is
end
hard.
of the day, I'm going to go with the company that just added 115,000 gold subscribers in 2 weeks.
Right.
For those that didn't know, that broke today. I'm going with
it.
Robin Hoodie, baby. That's what I'm doing.
Love
I'm
it.
going with Hood.
All right, Mr. Patel, you're up.
I am going to choose Google.
Thank you for not picking what I wanted. Nobody is going to believe this. I'm going MicroStrategy.
Whoa!
That's not bad. Believe it or not, that is not a bad idea.
I'm going MicroStrategy for number 2.
I actually wanted to take that one. Where's
And Tanner, to close out round 2.
To close out round 2, I mean, I really badly wanted Meta and Amazon. I think both of those are taken now,
I
right?
think everybody did.
Is Amazon not taken?
Amazon's
Amazon's
taken.
taken.
Oh, it wasn't scratched off the Canva.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Okay, keep it on this slide for a sec. I have a name I really want, but also I know that you guys aren't going to touch it. So
Chat saying Broadcom. Okay, hold on, real quick, guys. To make this even more interactive, before someone takes their pick, you can spam whichever ticker you want them to pick, and then I'll try to read it out aloud.
Do you want to allow everybody to have one steal to screw everybody over?
yeah, what if I just take ASTS? I mean, that could be.
I mean, do you want ASTS in your?
Go ahead.
The chat saying Broadcom. They're saying so. Tanner, you have not taken so.
Tanner, if you don't take
Tanner, you have not
you
taken
should not make a video about them.
All
ever.
right.
I didn't even realize that.
All right. I'm gonna pick Nubank.
This mother effer, bro.
This guy.
This mother effer.
I hope you're right
Right.
because I have a lot of leaps on that thing and it's just been hanging out. So I hope.
Yeah, it has been hanging
This
out, but it's been growing.
All right, round of number 3 starts with a myth.
Wait, really?
Yeah, this is why round
This is how
robin's
it works.
great.
Come on,
You,
bro.
you gotta
Don't-
take you gotta take Palantir out because Palantir you already selected, right?
Yeah, I already took Palantir. I striked it off.
No, you didn't strike it out.
No, Palantir's beside Hood.
Oh no, there's
you
okay, gotcha. All right, I mean this is exactly what I wanted, guys. I think we know what we're doing. We know what we're doing. We're going with Mr. Elon freaking Musk, baby. Give me Tesla all
Dude.
day. Give me Tesla for a year. Give me Tesla, dude. Give me freaking Tessie. I get Palantir, Hood, and Tesla. I'm liking this ETF so far.
All right.
I'm liking it.
Mr. Patel,
Marvell.
That's a
I did
sleeper.
not see that coming.
That's a sleeper.
Yeah, I was thinking about Marvell last round.
That's a sleeper.
See what I
did not
mean?
see that coming. All right, it's on me now.
Guys, what's your Steve pick?
I'm not looking at the chat, so it doesn't matter.
I think you're gonna pick.
Cisco's up there,
Pick
dude.
Costco. I was gonna say, dude, he's gonna pick Microsoft.
I am going to pick Microsoft,
I
actually.
knew it.
All right, I guess I'll go Apple. No, I'm kidding. That's not my pick. That was a joke.
It is Tanner's turn.
Tanner, you got a third chance, bro. You got a third chance to do what needs to be done.
You're so right. I'm gonna go with ServiceNow.
Okay. Maddie Capital.
Who do I screw over here?
Dude, I got what I
I
want.
think there's two obvious ones that and two people are going to be very upset.
I got what I wanted. I mean, there's a lot of good picks though left. This is only round 3.
There's a lot of good picks.
Netflix, the chat saying Netflix, Duolingo, SoFi.
We shouldn't be looking at the chat, by
Dude,
the way.
No, we should. That's what makes it fun.
No,
Actually crazy in an elimination round how fast the names
Two
that
people
you
have
want-
got this. Two stocks that I'm thinking about in the chat.
bro,
Two
he's gonna
people
pick
are.
bros. He'll take bros. He'll take bros. A year from now, people are drinking coffee every day. He'll take bros. He's taking bros. I got it. He's taking bros. Or he could take hymns. I think a year from now, hymns is.
Matt, why are your rounds 3 minutes, 4 minutes each time?
I'm not having
seriously.
suspense. Okay, who should I upset? Should I upset Chris or should I upset Tanner?
Okay, so it's either ASTS or SoFi then.
You're not gonna upset
Yes.
me.
It's ASTS or SoFi.
So
You're not
pick
going to pick ASTS. You don't want ASTS. We know you don't want that. That's like a bargaining chip to get
His own personal vendetta would never allow him to pick ASTS.
You're right. I'm choosing SoFi.
Wow.
It's a
I did
safe
not-
bet. It's a safe bet, right? So there's other companies in here that will
mean,
outperform, but
I
SoFi
did
is
not
a
see
safe bet.
that coming.
No, but technically he's right. SoFi hasn't really made that crazy of a move. A year
Wait,
from
you
now,
took. Wait, what did you take?
You took
SoFi.
SoFi.
Oh, I thought you took ASTS. What the heck happened?
What happened
Oh,
is you had
dude,
three
I
chances.
actually really wanted SoFi.
you
I
had
just didn't think
three
any of you
chances-
guys were going to touch it. So I was
You
like,
can
that'll be like my
propose a
10th pick.
trade.
Tanner,
You
Tanner,
can propose a trade.
what happened is you had three chances to be with your soulmate, and she came to the bar every time, and you just
The
walked out of the
look
bar.
Dude,
of love is in your heart.
Now you can trade with Maddie. You can propose a trade later at the.
This is so
There's
fun.
trading?
Do we do this every week?
All right, Amit, you're up.
Wait, I'm last.
No, you're not last. You're up.
First.
you're up.
You're
No,
up.
this
That's
is
your
round
point.
4, right? Oh,
You're
this is
like the
round 4,
freaking
okay.
fourth pick or third pick. You're not either one.
Oh, okay. All right. So this is the first time I actually have to choose now, guys. I actually need some help. I actually don't know. So those were the first 3 I needed. I mean, Eli Lilly and Pharmaceuticals, I like. Shopify is a bit expensive. PayPal's undervalued, but I don't want it.
Wait, hold on. Go back to your sheet. We all have 3. I'm sorry.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like
Yeah,
I'm
this is
number.
the beginning of the 4th round. Chris is up. Sorry. I
Dude,
didn't
Steve,
move-
you
I
can't,
didn't
guys, you
move
can't
the
do
X.
that. We
That's
can't.
my bad.
We can't mess the whole thing up, bro. We can't.
That's
mess
my
the whole
bad.
thing
I
up.
didn't move the X. Chris, you're up.
Are you sure?
Ax- Yeah,
100%.
Okay.
I'll take Axon.
Ooh.
Axon, that's a good one.
That is a good one, Chris. That is a good one.
So
you
who's next?
know,
Steve?
I'm going to take something that I shouldn't take. I'm going to take hymns to piss people off.
Wow.
I don't hate that at all.
What are you adding into this chat here?
All right, Tanner, you're up.
I'm debating between a couple names. I'm not going to say any out loud, but let's
Melly?
see what the chat thinks.
Melly, Tanner, I think Melly's.
Yeah, to be honest, that's what I was leaning towards. I didn't know if anyone else was looking at it, but Mercado Libre was screaming my name. I'll go with it.
Okay.
What's the ticker for that, Tanner?
MELI.
Okay.
So who's next? Me or Matt? I think it's me, right?
Matt is next.
Oh no, Matt's last. So it's me.
I just want to confirm VG and Next are not on this list.
I can put it on the list right now. Yeah,
So we can add things.
If it's like if something I left out, then that's fine. We could add.
Wait,
Dude,
what?
that's not fair,
Wait,
bro. That's come
That
on, you
is
can't
not
do that.
fair at all. Remove those, or else I'm going to ask for ticker.
No,
What the
that's
fuck?
not cool.
Well, how
No,
did
no,
you
no,
guys not
can't
tell
do
me VG and Next weren't on the list? I thought they
Too bad.
were.
Too bad.
that. We
Wait,
went
hold on,
based
no,
on
no.
your list.
Hold on. Are they on the actual thing I sent to you guys? Because then if it is, you can't.
I thought
No,
they
it's
were.
not. They
I thought
weren't.
were.
Look, Steve,
No.
Chris, why didn't you tell me to put it on the list?
Because
The
I
game
was
has
following
already
the
started.
I
goddamn
told you
rules.
if I'm missing something, that means you didn't you didn't look at the list, bro. You
I
didn't look
did.
at
He did as much due diligence as when he did his DD on Rocket Lab, and he told me
I did.
He said he did his research. If you didn't even look at the list, because you would have told me.
I
to put
looked
it
at
down.
the
Right
list.
before you
I
pick a
avoided the
stock, you
things.
get to add a company that you want.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. we
It's
can't
like,
do
yeah,
that.
let me get Tom Brady from 1999. You know, like all of a sudden,
Yeah.
no, you can't fucking add Brady after the fact. You know,
Okay,
just
hold on.
wanted to-
So
wanted to double
Steve,
check.
Steve, I'm next, and then Matt,
Matt is next on you.
and then who's first after that?
Then it goes 5th round. I'm first.
Okay, so it's my pick. All right. Okay.
Google was already chosen. Yeah.
I don't need to pick grab because none of these guys will do it. So I'll have that later. I need to pick something that's a bit more strategic.
Well, I'm definitely going after grab. So,
No, you're just saying that. You're just saying that.
all right. Well, someone took my SoFi, so I'm definitely going to take away your name.
You can take away my name, but you don't get any value from that. Like that. Just
What do you mean get any value? If you think it's going to appreciate, I believe you. I think you're a good stock
you
picker.
haven't
I'm
even
gonna-
bought
I'm
the
gonna
stock.
believe
Get
your
out of
word.
here. You do not have any faith in grab. So like you're just saying-
I love grab.
yeah. So I'm not falling for that. I'm taking. You know what I'm taking, bro?
Isn't it my choice?
No, it's me. Then you.
Okay.
A year from now. I need a year from now. A year from now. Oh, this is actually a hard one. I was
You
gonna
really
say
think I'm not gonna take
Netflix. I was gonna say even if we have a recession, Netflix will be fine, but it's at all-time highs. I don't feel comfortable. My core inclination is CrowdStrike because I think cybersecurity is going to be good, but cybersecurity as a sector has not been growing well this year.
CrowdStrike is crazy.
It's a bit expensive here. I want to go with something a little bit safer because I already have 3.
Oh, Grab's pretty cheap, honestly.
I know it's cheap, but none of you guys are picking it, so I don't need.
I'm
to
definitely gonna pick it.
Okay, you can pick. Then good. It'll balance out the crappiness of your portfolio already. So that's good that you need it. I'm going. It's actually kind of hard. This is when it gets harder. I'm going. Screw it. I'm going AMD. I'm going AMD.
Dude, that was what I was. I
doing
needed
AMD.
you to not say that.
I'm doing AMD. I know you weren't gonna. I know you were gonna not do that.
Matt, what are you taking?
Yeah.
It's beside T. It's on the 3rd row.
Teeth. Okay, perfect. Yeah, dude, AMD's cheap. And a year from now, if NVIDIA goes up 30, 40%, AMD will hopefully follow, at least to an extent. And they announced some crazy shit today, which was awesome. So,
Oh, it's getting down there.
XAI is using their chips. Like, come on.
Who's
man.
choosing what? Who's already
also,
chosen what?
also, shout out to the chat because a lot of you guys, as soon as I saw the chats, that was like a no-brainer. As soon as
I
Steve,
know,
Can
and I was
you go to the
pissed.
other? Is it
Go to-
Steve or Amit?
Oh,
That's
it's you.
No, Matt, I mean, Matt, it's you.
I know, but who's controlling the screen?
Yeah, here it is.
Amit is.
Amit, go back to the other one.
This?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
ASTS.
what? Okay.
Is that ASTS?
Yep.
I did
All
not
right.
know that.
Round. This is the 5th pick.
Correct.
I'm finally first.
So we will take after the 5th round, we will take a little bit of a break and compare.
Compare.
Our
I'm taking Broadcom.
okay. Avgo.
Tanner.
Broadcom's done. That was his mid pick for those last 5. So Tanner, it's up to you now to round out.
I was on a pretty good like streak of just companies with ticker symbols that start with N. New, Nvidia, now. Maybe I can fit that.
Was
bill.
that your strategy going? Because
Yeah, maybe I'll go
that
Netflix
really
next.
is.
Who knows? That's not what I'm going with. Let me think here.
Chat saying Elf. Chat is saying Lily.
Oh, it's not one. Jimmy is saying Elf.
Jimmy is
Jimmy
Damn
said
Elf.
Elf 3-4 times.
Shout out to Jimmy Lee. He's persistent. He is
Okay.
persistent. Oh, I actually know my next pick. It's a safe pick and it's a sleeper, and I'm so excited to pick it. And I don't think any of you guys are going to get it. And if you do, I will promise I say you guys took my pick. But I got my pick. I got it already. I got it. It's a safe one.
There's like 4 more names that I need to have. But I'm just wondering which ones you guys are going to pick first. That's really what I'm thinking about.
Doug said Netflix. Archer. By the way, Josh Brown bought Archer today. And Joby.
Okay.
Rick is on the list, Steve, by the way.
Is Rick on the list?
Rick is on the list, baby.
That's crazy.
Come on, bro, pick.
Okay, oh man, it's up so
It's Shopify.
much
You're
in
gonna
the
get
last
Shopify. I
year.
know it. It's Shopify. I know it.
Yeah, it is Shopify.
All right, there you go.
Jesus Christ.
So who's next, Chris?
Shut. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's Chris.
Yes, it is Chris.
All right,
I will
Chris,
listen to the
fail.
chat and I will say Elf. I'll take Elf.
Ooh.
Man, we're choosing. This is where it's getting competitive because these are all names that I already have written down.
Yeah.
Elfie Elf, huh?
Amit.
I'm next? I can't be next, bro. I went 4th last time.
Matt went after you.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay. So I'm pretty sure I want to pick this one, but I'll look into the chat for like 30 seconds to see what you guys say. But I'm pretty sure I want to pick this one. I think I need a little bit more safety. It's probably a pick
Don't
I
do
can
it.
get later.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Do it.
Guys, I'm not picking Uber. There's no way. I'm not picking Reddit. Grinder's not on the list. I should have put Grindr on the list.
Grinders on the list.
I'm not doing Duolingo. All right. I got it. It's the one. I think it's safe. It's a sleeper, and IPO season is back, baby. Give me JP Morgan.
Oh,
Give
good
me
one.
JP Morgan. Give me JP&M. I like that. Financials, safe. It's a bank. They're
That's
growing.
interesting.
Matty Capital.
Now,
I was thinking you were going to choose something that is tried true, but is actually going through a big mix-up this year. And I'm gonna go with Berkshire Hathaway. I thought that that's what you were gonna go with.
That is, I don't like that. Why are you going with that?
Yeah.
I think that's a
You don't
I
think
like
safe,
either
steady,
of those picks.
dude,
especially
what-
if there's a potential recession?
But
You don't think that
what-
Berkshire is a good position to be in?
it's just gonna be. It's not gonna go up in a recession.
Okay, we've done 5 picks.
Wait, hold on. Where is JMP? I can't find it on the thing. I can't strike it out.
Well,
It's up and to the right.
yeah,
all
it's
the way up and to the
JPM
right.
is their ticker.
It's next to Visa.
Okay. All right. So let's do a check-in. Let's do a check-in.
Yeah,
Here
let's
we
do a
go.
halftime
Go.
halftime report. Who's choosing what?
Halftime report. Maddie has Rocket Lab. All right, put in the chat. Spam the name of the person you think is winning right now. Here we go. Maddie Money, Rocket Lab, Amazon, SoFi, ASTS, Berkshire. Amit, Palantir, Hood, Tesla, AMD, JP Morgan. Steve, Meta, MicroStrategy, Microsoft, HIMS, Broadcom. Tanner, NVIDIA, Nubank, ServiceNow, Mercado Libre, Shopify. And then Chris, UNH, Google, Marvel, Axon, Elf. Who do you guys think? And we could come up with a name right now for our ETF if you
You
want.
should just do a poll in the chat.
Dude, the problem with YouTube is they don't let me get me 5 choices.
Dude, I love the separation. I mean, I'm not seeing a whole lot of Matts in chat, but
Yeah,
I'm
okay, so
seeing,
yeah.
not going on the poll.
I'm seeing a whole lot of Steve. Wow.
As much as I want NVIDIA, I actually think mine's pretty good.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do the poll. It's just all 4 of us without Matt, and then after this, the lowest percentage on this poll, I'm gonna do again and replace that person with Matt. That's how we'll figure out what people
It's a good move.
think. I mean, there's someone who has 49% of the vote, folks. Right.
Amit and
Tanner,
Abyss
you open
Flow.
for a trade?
What do you want to trade?
Ooh.
I want NVIDIA.
Oh, get
Okay, you can match. I'll give you it, but you have to give me real world dollars.
No.
no. Okay,
I'm not
guys,
trading
guys,
one- it's my favorite. 41%. What could you possibly give me that I'd want?
hold on, guys.
Microtrader.
You're not gonna get real world dollars out of Steve. We all wanted to do $1,000, $5,000 pot 1 year from now. Winner takes the 5,000. Steve won't agree. Steve
I
won't
don't
agree.
want to
It was
take your money.
80% acceptance rate.
Well, all of us are down to do it. Steve's like, no, I'm scared to put up
The
$1,000.
4 of you can do it. Don't let me stop you. I don't want to take any of your money.
No, but that doesn't make any
I
sense.
only bet against casinos. I don't bet against my friends.
You're not betting it. Just think of it like you're just donating it or something. And then if you end up winning, great.
But
Okay, so
see,
Tanner,
when
you
I
got off
donate
the list.
money, I get a tax write-off.
Is that why you donate?
Okay, so now I put Matt on the list. Tanner, you had the lowest percentage, so now Matt's on the list. All right, round 6, folks. Here we go. Round 6. Who's up first? Steve.
Tanner.
I'm up first.
Matt got 18% of the vote. Tanner, you got less than 5% last time. Just letting you know.
It's because I dropped SoFi. Everyone's pissed.
No, it's because I don't think it's just because of SoFi. I think there were some better picks.
What about Matt versus Tanner? How about just that simple? There can only be one
We could also
for
do that.
bottom.
Yeah. I think historically, your portfolio has done really well, Amit, but
Dude, my chat is not biased. I have Palantir, Hood, and Tesla. That's why I think I'm winning. It's not because I'm biased. You got, first of all, my chat is the only chat on the planet that will roast me. 99% of them agreed with Steve yesterday on some nonsense that he said he thought I said China. Like
You
my
did
chat is
say
not
that.
just loyal to me. They're actually voting this. It's not just because of me.
I got a bunch of messages that said it's 100% because of SoFi. Okay, I've got a couple names that I want, but yeah, it's getting down to it now.
Arrow just finalized. What's the price? Let me see. What's the price? By the way, Chime, guys, crazy. Also, I'm down $35,000 in the overnight markets. Very fun. Arrow finalized at $10. Dude, tomorrow's a crappy day to IPO, though. Tomorrow's
Yeah, it's not good.
not a crap. I might take away that allocation if things are bad in the morning. I don't know. But then again, it's drones, defense. Maybe that's actually, I don't know.
Okay.
Dude, this is obvious. It's TSM. What are you doing? It's TSM. It's obvious.
Yeah, I wanted that, but I have I've got chip exposure. I'm just trying to play. We have to remember that these are not the best companies in the world. It's the best companies for the next 365 days.
That's true.
So
That's true.
I'm going to pick the trade desk near the bottom, TTD.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. It's down still like what, 40% this year. I don't hate it. All right, who's next?
Amit, you're up.
I'm up. Okay, I didn't even think at all about this. All right, chat. I need some help. Need some help on this one. How am I thinking about it? I have 0 chip exposure, so I think I have to get some chip exposure.
You have AMD.
Oh shit, I do.
You don't even know what you picked.
I forgot about that one.
And you're trying to tell me you didn't say China instead of Chime. Okay.
I did say no. Yeah, the AMD.
Then you just agreed.
Okay, I'm not picking Disney. I'm not picking McDonald's. I'm not picking Baba. I'm not taking Nike. I need a sleeper pick.
This is the greatest game we've ever invented.
You know what I need, dude? Damn, I'm so. Well, I had Bitcoin exposure with Hood. I was thinking I need Bitcoin, but no. You know what I'm going with? Actually, this is pretty obvious, dude. I feel like it's pretty obvious.
I feel like we're on the same wavelength.
I'm not doing
I feel like
Spotify. That's all-time highs. I think I know what it is, and it's pretty obvious. It's not really semis. It's more so data center. I'm going with Nebius.
Don't do it.
I'm going with Nebius.
Oh,
Going with
okay.
Nebius. Still trading at 40% cash.
What's
Growth is gonna
the ticker?
NBIS.
NBIS.
I think between Nebius and AMD, I'm covered on data centers and overall AI demand from a compute perspective.
Mega Matt.
All right, Matt, you're next.
And then Chris Patel.
I think Nebius is decent, dude. I'm looking for growth. Maybe my downside is 30, but I think I can get back there if it does have that a bit of fall. Where is it overnight? Let me see. I'm going to bet it's like 47. Nebius is 46.95.
People are still typing in TTD. I took it, boys. No one gets it anymore.
Dude, I'm also not picking CoreWeave because that thing is crazy right now in terms of its price, but Nebius is cheap still.
I'm gonna go Celsius.
I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I don't hate it.
With
I'm
bros
upset
right
that it's
behind-
ran.
Was that CELH?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Patel, what are you taking?
Oracle.
Ooh.
Wow.
I like that.
That was going to be my next pick.
That's a good one, dude.
I mean, how could you? It's got so much RPO behind it. Why would you not?
Yeah,
pick
that was a mistake. I didn't notice that. I didn't notice it.
Yep.
I would have picked Oracle. All right, Steve, what do you want?
Oh, well, I wanted Oracle.
Oh my God, I don't pick forever.
Dude, I should have taken Oracle. But but in a year, Oracle is at 570 billion. I think Nebius outperforms Oracle in a year.
I have my next pick.
Oracle's just safer. Steve, we know you're taking XYZ. Just get it over with.
He is.
We know you're taking Block. We know. Chat saying Salesforce. Just do it. Just get rid of it. Just underperform for another year, please. Just like do it for us. Like,
who's red in this thing? I can see. Oh, it says anonymous. Somebody anonymous is looking up Coinbase right now amongst you guys. I see your little.
What do you mean? What are you talking about? What do you mean?
In the Google Sheets, you could see what people are highlighting, and somebody's highlighting Reddit and Coinbase and all these things. I'm trying to find out which one of you it is.
It's definitely Chris.
I'm taking CrowdStrike.
It's not me. My hands are free. Look, I'm
CrowdStrike?
Taking CrowdStrike, even though it's at highs.
All right, I guess.
I'm not touching CoreWeave.
Cybersecurity.
If anyone wants CoreWeave, you can have it. I'm not touching it.
All right, Amit, you're up.
Actually,
No. It should be whoever was second. Amit, did you go second?
Yes. He's second.
All right.
I picked
Then
Nebius.
Matt
Yeah. I was second. I was second.
You should organize the columns so then it's less confusing.
Okay, I need to focus now. We're coming. This is round 7, right?
Yeah.
Round 6.
No,
No, we just did round 6.
this is round 7.
Round
Okay, so
7.
now I really need to think. I'm not doing Snap. Guys, I think I'll have Grab for the end. I don't think anyone's really taking that. So I think
I may take Grab and make you trade for it.
you don't have anything good to trade for, dude. Like, what would I trade for?
Okay.
Again, if any of you guys get Grab, consider it a gift because you guys actually
You don't have anything good to trade for it. He would have Grab. That would be the thing that you would
You would
want.
need to trade for Grab.
Dude, I have everything I want that I know
You
I
don't
need
have
to
Grab.
Yeah, but I don't need that to outperform in my
Guys, this is how he really feels about the ticker.
No,
Yeah,
if you
he does
looked at
not
how
like-
much freaking money I have in the ticker, that's
he does
not
not
gonna
like Grab
help.
as a company for everybody watching.
No, it's not the case. Dude, I bought more today. I bought more calls today. Like I think
Just pick it a bit. You know you want
no,
to pick
I need to I know you guys aren't gonna pick it, so I don't like I can wait till the end.
No, you're taking something else.
Steve is doing what I'm doing, where he knows.
Yeah, I know
he wants
Steve's
something
doing.
very
Like,
particular.
all right, chat. I actually need some help. I need some help.
Oh, come on, bro.
I actually think I know what to pick, but I don't know if it's gonna outperform in a year. Like I'm thinking Lily, but I don't think Lily in a year. I don't know what the catalyst is. It's a great company, but a Reddit's too speculative. Oklo is from these.
If you don't
prices,
pick Lily, Chris is gonna pick Lily.
I think it's. I'm not doing Coinbase. I already have Robinhood. I don't need Coinbase. Cheesecake, dude, 2% dividend is not. It's not what I'm in this. It's not what I'm in this for. I don't think there's gonna be enough momentum in that. I think. You know, honestly, I think.
It's not a hard decision.
I'm about to pass out.
I think this is actually kind of hard, bro. I think I already have JP Morgan. I'm not doing PayPal. You know what? I'm gonna go for it because I don't really see. I'm going to Grab. I actually don't see something better, to be honest.
Maddie Capital.
I'm going Grab. Put it on the list.
Matt Money.
We have 4 picks left.
Yep. Well, you have 4 picks left.
It's gonna get harder for everybody, dude. It's like not that easy now. My next 2 picks have to be 3 picks have to be relatively safe, but
Oscar Health.
Wow. Cool.
okay. So the numbers are good on this, but I don't know if the stock's gonna outperform.
That's OSCR, right?
Yeah.
All right, Mr. Patel. What? Steal something else I want, please.
Matt loves the smaller market caps here, right?
Cisco.
Really,
Cisco.
I cannot believe you fucking took Cisco.
dude? Both of you
I
just
cannot
wanna, like,
believe
sit on-
it.
I
I
mean, I don't
cannot believe it. Oh my god.
All right,
What are
Steve.
people thinking I'm gonna pick?
Wait, who's next? Tanner or Steve?
No, I think it's Steve.
Steve.
God.
Dude, I love that both of you are upset. Are like Steve's upset about Cisco. Out of all, like it's not like he picked like it's not like he picked this. He's like,
Yeah,
yeah,
because-
man, he got Cisco, man. Goodness, he got Cisco.
Yeah.
Did you watch their product event with their AI offerings?
Especially in
It's
Saudi
30 years
Arabia.
to buy the ticker and
especially-
just been
It's an indirect play on the AI boom. Anyway, I'm gonna pick something else that is at all-time highs. That nobody's
IBM. He's
taking.
picking IBM. I know it.
It's not IBM, so I took CrowdStrike at all-time highs.
it
I'm gonna
better
keep
not
the
be.
trend going. I'm
Netflix.
taking Netflix.
I knew it. Netflix.
Okay, fine.
It's a good pick, but what we think Netflix is going to 1,500 by the end next year? Like I don't.
I don't think it should be anywhere near where it is, but you know what? It's got a lot of momentum. It's probably going to keep rolling.
All right, so Tanner. So far, you have Nvidia, Nubank, Now, Melly, Shopify, TTD.
And the next one, baby, is ASML.
Yeah, that was on my list.
I don't hate that.
All
I would
right,
have picked TSM though.
No, you underscored it.
Maddie Capital, you are up.
I think I would have picked a bigger grower than ASML.
Because oil's rallying obviously right now because of everything that's going on. I'm going to take a contrary approach. I think all these other stocks will outperform oil, but
Hold on,
just
before you do it, I want to write it down. I know what you're taking.
Oh, he's doing
Go
the
ahead.
he's doing the Oz
He's doing the
Perlman right now.
mentalist. He's doing that mentalist is crazy, guys. Have you guys seen this guy?
Did
go
you see him
viral?
on Rogan? He freaked Rogan out.
Did you see him on CNBC in December
he was just
2024?
on
Yeah,
flagrant
he
too.
freaked
What
Rogan.
happened?
Watch it. We should watch it.
what are you
after
guys talking
this.
about?
We have
What
to
are you
watch
talking about?
Matty Capital. Let's
We'll watch it
go.
after. We'll watch it after.
Oh, that thing. Oh, I did see that. That was insane. How we got the pin code. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah,
but did you see him
Rogan,
on,
our guy's bank pin
dude, he
code,
was on
yeah.
CNBC last year and it popped
was
up today.
nuts.
And it's,
No, I didn't see that. That's crazy. Let me just double check.
while you're thinking, for those that are saying the market's down right now, yes, it is. We know Israel-Iran is happening. However, again, this tends to be a buy the dip every time there's some geopolitical stuff. So we'll get more details tomorrow. But
Someone in your chat said he's cheating, guys. Yeah, he's not doing magic. Of course, there's some trick to it. It's
no,
just,
but dude, his stuff is so good, it makes you think it's legitimate.
yeah, he's not
Like, it is
casting
so
spells. Of course, he cheated. That's what magic is.
No, we're gonna watch the CNBC one after. I couldn't believe it today, bro. I was like, it was crazy.
I am curious to see if Steve gets this. EOG.
Ooh, I did not get it.
What do you think I was going to choose?
I texted Amit what I thought you were going to choose.
Wait, you did? I didn't even look.
That's because your phone's on silent like it always is.
Wait, what did you?
Chris
Oh, you
Patel.
he thought you would take Oxy, bro.
Oh, no.
I've never even heard of that ticker.
I
What,
mean,
EOG?
Yeah.
Enron Oil and Gas, baby.
I'll take Eli Lilly.
Chris Patel taking Lily.
Called it.
Lily.
Thank
I
you for
called
that. Thank you
I
for
called
not
him taking UNH first, and then also Eli Lilly.
Thank
You
you
know,
for not
I-
taking the other one that I wanted.
I would have picked Lily, but I just love Titanic, and I'm more of a Rose guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was a bad one.
You know what I mean?
So you can guess what
You know
I'm
what I
going
mean?
to take.
You know, top 10 movie all time. No
Amit,
debate.
You know what I'm going to take.
Top 10 movie all time. Wait, it's your pick?
Yes, it is. And you know what I'm going to take.
Top
Me,
10 movie
Tanner,
of all
and
time.
you.
Amit's seen 10 movies.
Okay, hold on. I've seen 12. I've seen 12. All right. Wait, which one?
It's me, then Tanner, than you.
Okay, so pick.
I was giving you a chance to guess.
Oh, okay. Let me guess. I'm gonna Salesforce. You're picking.
Yep. Go in Salesforce. Benny.
Yeah, it was big on my list.
All right, Tanner, you're up.
Well, I would have went Salesforce if you didn't just take it. Can you go back to the list?
Sales was a good one.
I'm going to need a second.
That saying Costco, TSM. Why are you saying
I'm
Titanic
going.
sucks?
I know what I want. Actually, let me just do, because there's been a couple times where I just see a name and I'm like, ooh, I want it. And then I see something like AMD that I should have picked earlier that would have been a little bit more competitive.
Dude, Snowflake. Take Snowflake.
No, I think I'm going to take AppLovin. It's getting into the S&P 500 in the next year for sure.
I guess you didn't see the short report on it.
All
No, I
right,
did
Matt, Amit, you're up.
Wait, again? Oh boy.
We mean again. You were last this round.
I know, but it's getting hard to pick these now. All right, chat. What are we doing? So just to remind everybody, I got Palantir, I got Hood, I got Tesla. I think I got a lot of growth. AMD's undervalued in semis. JPM, a lot of IPOs. They're gonna make a lot of money off that. Grab. They just raised $1.5 billion. They already have $6 billion in cash. What are they doing with $7-8 billion bucks? Probably something important. You know, they're trading at 50% cash now. It's kind of ridiculous. And then Nebius, I think, is great, even though it's a little expensive right now for data centers. So what do I need to balance myself out and get maybe less growth, but way more safety in case things go down?
You dunk.
I mean, you're going to take Exxon at that point.
No, I drive a Tesla. I can't take that.
It would be a great fucking pick.
You know, online gambling's big. Flutter's up there. That one's there.
The fact that we have all these degens in this panel and SMCI and all these names are still on this list is crazy to me.
I don't need SMCI's margins are trash. Micron is cool.
I'm not taking it. But you guys can have it. But
Spotify's at all-time highs, bro. That Spotify.
I took two things at all-time highs.
yeah, I took some things at all-time highs.
That's because you have a bad list, Steven.
My list is solid.
He called you Steven.
That's how you disrespect someone. It's like,
Admit you want to be a freaking rock star. Take Intel. Hope it gets bought out.
Intel is pretty safe. I'm not gonna lie.
It's not going down.
funny, man.
Lie. I'm more of an iced tea guy, so I can't do lemonade. If I do this, I'm not gonna get growth. But no, I can't do this. I was gonna say Costco, but it's trading at 57 times. That in a recession, I think that
I'm gonna keep going up.
I'm going, you know what? Oh, this is difficult, bro. This is harder than picking which one of my side chicks I'm gonna text first, dude. Goodness gracious. This is
Chris, just to let you know, you're on deck.
Who?
Chris is on deck to start the 9th round.
I thought I was.
Funniest
Amit
thing
needs
is,
a
like,
clock.
the first side chick that Amit actually texts is like Steven, Chris, or like myself or something like that. Like,
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Okay, I'm going with. You know what? Screw all of you guys. I'm going with a stock that should not die, even though their valuation's aggressive, but their innovation is not. I'm going with Apple. I'm
You
doing
did
it.
not just do that.
At least I will
Dude,
get safety.
I would have bet all my money that stayed unpicked.
At least I will get all my safety. At least I'm.
I cannot believe that of all people, Amit took Apple in the 8th round with all the shit he talks about.
Are you
Apple.
aware that this, like, it will
No.
affect your total earnings?
No, here's the thing. Apple, first of all, they're at 198. In a year from now, I think they're at 185 worst. I don't think they're at 250, but I don't think they're at 150.
So Amit
You
picked
bought
it as an
something to go from 198 to 185?
No, I'm saying in worst case scenario, look, because if Apple drops like 10% in
All
a
right,
year,
we can have the debate afterwards.
No, let me say Robinhood's going to drop like 30-40%. You know, it's like I need something that's going to stabilize.
He picked it as an anchor.
I picked it as an
I
anchor.
picked
That's all
such
it
good
is.
names that I need something to go down.
No, okay. When
Chris
you say it like that,
Patel.
that's actually really funny. But
Chris
it's not why I
Patel
picked
lead us off for the 9th round. We all have 2 picks.
Now I'm gonna be an Apple bull, bro. Now I'm.
Yeah, I know.
I have to
Novo
be-
Nordisk, NVO, Novo Nordisk.
It's NVO, you said?
Yep.
NVO.
You've probably written like 5 articles on Novo Nordisk. What are you
No, I
asking
never
me
have.
for?
All right, I'm up. 2 picks left.
Dude, like, would I want Apple or Cheesecake Factory? Like, I'm taking Apple. Like, come on, bro. That's like.
Damn, Nova's a good one, actually.
And there's 4 companies that I want. God damn it. At least I have options.
Come on, bro. 100 billion in buybacks. Like, look at me. I'm talking about the good stuff that I criticize all the time.
You see all the new colors that they just announced?
I'm taking PayPal. I wasn't going to do it, but I'm taking it because I think it
It's
goes up.
liquid gas. It's liquid
Pain pal.
gas, not glass.
I was going to.
Pain pal.
Actually,
PayPal was
I
on
know
my
my
list.
next pick. I know my next pick. I already know it, and none of you guys are gonna take it. None of you guys.
Well, Tanner's next, so you better hope he doesn't.
No,
take it.
Tanner's not. Honestly, I should have done this a while ago. I don't know why I didn't take this. Is it even on the board? It better be on the freaking. Hold on, let me check.
Tanner, go ahead.
Hey, wait, search for it on screen. Search for it on screen.
Oh wait, can you see my screen? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep,
You can
it's
just say
there.
it out
Tanner,
loud
you're not
now.
gonna get it. Tanner, you should. If you get it, I will admit you get it. Even the chat hasn't got it, but this is a sleeper, and it's gonna be safe. And I should probably get some decent. growth.
Okay, well, it's definitely not what I was thinking because what I'm thinking is not safe at all.
Okay, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, let me just do a double check.
I will let you
mean-
know if you say it. I will promise I'll let you know.
No, I believe you,
People are saying Nike.
but I don't want it just because you want it. I'm looking for. There's a couple names. Actually, I think I know what you potentially want.
All right, say it. Say it.
No, because I don't want someone to pick it because I would want it, but I don't know if I want it now.
But, dude, there's a lot of tickers. You don't know if it's the right one. That I'm. Oh, let me text Steve. I'll guarantee it.
Yeah, you
Don't
can just
talk to
text me.
Steve.
Okay, what is it? Just say the ticker.
Let me just check real quickly. On
What? On the list,
yeah.
it's there.
No, I know it's there. I'm checking other things. I'm not worried about what you're picking. I'm worried about
Okay,
what I need to pick.
all right. Guys, put in the chat what ticker you think will definitely not get picked by the end of the round.
Costco.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's picking Costco.
Yeah, Costco. Well, I mean, Chris has some out there picks. I never know what he's gonna pick.
Yeah, but I don't think Chris is going to take Costco.
I think
Not in
I
this
have.
last
I think I have a really good one coming up. Chris hasn't taken the cruise lines yet either. He's probably looking at that one.
Well, Tanner,
I
Amit,
will-
and Matt is the order, and then it's the last round.
wait.
Tanner, go for it.
I only have 2 more picks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dude, round 8.
Yeah. Chris only has 1 because he started the 9th round. I only have 1 left. The 3 of
Oh,
you
yeah.
each have
Okay.
2 left.
I am going to keep it on that slide for a sec. I am going to add some crypto exposure.
Doing coin?
Coinbase.
Coinbase.
Yeah, that was not my pick at all. I think
No, I didn't think that was. I have a
right,
different
man.
one that I'm going to
What's your
save for
pick?
last round.
okay. So Tanner, what did you think I was going to pick? Say it.
Are
now.
you up right now?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, but everyone's got to pick before me. Here, I'll share my screen if you say it. I have it up on my screen right now.
You just say it. It's not that big of a deal. Just say
No,
it.
because I don't want it to get picked. I want it to.
But you don't know if it's the right one. Like,
I don't want to put it in
Write
people's
it down
heads.
on a piece of paper.
all right, whatever. I think it's pretty obvious, dude. I'm gonna like double guess myself right now, but looking at the list, but I'm pretty sure it's obvious. McDonald's, Disney doesn't get me anything. J&J doesn't get me anything. Reddit, SMCI, I like them, but a little bit too risky a year from now. Cake, the dividend's not there. Snapchat's trash. Zillow, if the real estate market comes back, but it's not coming back anytime soon. I don't want
know why not.
Fortinet. Multiples not the core weaves too much. I think it's pretty obvious, guys. Give me the company that deals with $15 trillion of transactions a year. Give me
Oh,
Visa.
that's not what I thought.
Give me Visa, bro.
Good pick.
Take me Visa.
That was a good pick.
That was a good pick. All right, Matt. I have a tough choice to make. Jesus Christ.
That's not what
I
I
have
figured.
two. I have 2 companies left that I'm looking at, and I'm like,
You have 2 left.
what do I know one there's the one company.
It's
No
up
one
and to
will-
the right, Amit. All the way up and to the right is your Visa pick.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Guys, what do we think? What do we think Matt Money's doing? What do we think? What does Chris have? Chris has UNH, Google, Marvell. So he has Mac 7, healthcare, body cameras, makeup, data centers, Oracle, Cisco, Lilly, and Novo.
Let's see.
It's not bad. Matt has Rocket Lab, Amazon, SoFi, a lot of growth, ASTS, space growth, Berkshire, that should be an anchor, Celsius growth, Oscar growth, and then oil and gas.
I'm gonna go Dutch Bros.
I thought so.
Wow.
Dutch, bro.
I thought so. There we go.
Bro, this last one's so important. This is my last pick. That's crazy.
This is so fun.
All right, guys, coming towards the end.
All right.
Dude, I really like that I have JP Morgan and Visa. I really like that.
It's a good solid.
All right. I'm taking something that's going to be really risky.
Wait, let's guess first.
It's really risky.
What do you guys think in the chat? What do you think? I think SMCI.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
He's laughing. I think I'm right.
No.
Oh,
You're close, but no. It's really-
TSM?
Really
TSM
risky.
might be my last pick to be on. TSM's. I don't know how that's still there. CoreWeave? He's not picking CoreWeave.
No.
ARM?
No.
That one doesn't move.
No.
Adobe? No, he's got to pick Adobe, dude. He just wrote an
No.
article. Did you see their earnings?
No, he
Hey,
said
pal.
really risky. Come on.
Really risky.
He's thinking, oh, I can say it out loud. Maybe Baba.
No.
Maybe
I think Chris is the only one that would get it.
Snow. Is it Snow?
I know he's been eyeing Slumberjay.
Dude, Snow, go ahead. Be my guest and pick Snow. Go ahead. Like,
Take a Micron.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
I was surprised nobody
Huge
took it yet.
EPS growth this year and next year. And if the
I could have picked that for my last name too.
I'd say it's risky, but it could do big things.
Good.
It could do big things.
So, Steve, is that your list, Steve? Or no, you have one more?
My list. That's it.
So
I think I know what Chris is
Tanner's
doing for his
next.
last one.
Hold on, real quick. Steve's list, guys. All right, so start thinking, guys. You're gonna have to vote in a bit. Meta, Microsoft, MicroStrategy, Hims, Broadcom, CrowdStrike, Netflix, Salesforce, PayPal, Micron.
It's a solid list.
It's a solid list. I'll give it to you. It's a solid
Solid.
list.
Tanner, your last pick is what?
Yeah, no, I do think that your picks are bulletproof. I just think like there's or actually I'm gonna share my thoughts once everyone picks, actually.
And don't forget, we can still make trades.
That's
No one's
true.
gonna trade.
Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe Steve can give up.
I'll deal hymns to someone.
Steve can give up Patsies for a year for Nvidia.
Well, hell no.
Okay, what are we thinking, guys?
Who's it? Chris?
Yo, someone just tweeted.
Who is it? Who's next?
It's Tanner.
It's me.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking it's the
Oh,
last
hold on,
round. I
guys.
apologize.
Iran State Television says Deputy Commander-in-Chief of all armed forces has been killed, along with their chief nuclear scientist.
Oh,
That's
wow.
not good.
That's a big one. That's yeah.
Someone
Man,
said
Yahoo
that.
just made a statement as well. When this is done, if anyone wants to say, I can do a little bit of coverage when this is done.
So Tanner, Amit, Matt, Chris is the order.
Okay, the name that I keep looking through this list and I just keep stopping on it, and there's really not as many names that I've stopped and double checked. I mean, we're looking at TSM for sure. We're looking at Palo Alto.
Do TSM. That's an easy one.
No, you want cybersecurity. You said it at the start, so
No, I actually don't care if the cybersecurity, they're not going to grow as much in the next year. Over the decade, yeah, but like Fortinet, these guys are not that exciting. Palo Alto is doing 15% growth. It's not like if I were you, Tanner, I would pick TSM. It's easy.
That was going to be my pick if I didn't take my ground.
yeah.
Oklo, no one's picking Oklo.
No, it's a pretty easy pick. I just it's a 1-year horizon, you know?
Uber. I mean, Robotaxi is not killing Uber in a year. You only have
No, I know, but I don't
Uber is up a lot though from January.
yeah, that's really what I'm thinking.
Wait,
I'm
let me
looking
go through your
for
picks again.
turnaround
Hold on.
plays.
So, hold on. Tanner has Nvidia, Nubank, ServiceNow, Mercado Libre, Shopify, Trade Desk, ASML, App, and Coin. So you have enough. You have way.
He's capped in growth right now. There's
Hold
a
on, he has
gold-
enough
Literally, it looks like my portfolio. Like I actually love all my picks. I just don't know if I love them for 1 year. I've never really done short-term trade or short-term investing at all. But I love all these names.
You have enough chips. You have software. You have Amazon in Latin America. That's great. Shopify is expensive, but you got.
Yeah,
it.
but do I even want to diversify or like because there's no? Here's the thing with this game,
Dude, just shut up and just pick, man. Christ.
TSM.
All these fucking reasoning. I'm just sitting here. I'm like,
Chris
yo,
has
get this
been
fucking
so
move on.
quiet for so long. He just throws
I'll
a
do
All
ball
this
TSM.
fucking
from
look.
the
Bro,
fucking
you're picking
top
a stock
shelf.
with magic money, bro. This is not affecting your real life. Just pick a goddamn stock and call it a day.
Hold on, but this
It's
shows how passionate we
$1,000.
are. This shows how passionate we are. We want.
It's
the-
$1,000, and here. All right, we'll talk after. Make the
Make the
All
pick.
right.
What do you want?
I said TSM.
Oh, you said it. Okay.
All right. Amit.
Wait,
what's
I
the
didn't.
last one?
I have not thought about this at all, bro. Like, I have no idea. All right, so I have Palantir Hood Tesla. I got my growth. AMD undervalued. JP Morgan Financial is good. Nebius data center play grab. That's the riskiest one, but I do think a year from now they are higher. Apple should be my safety. I mean, if the stock drops a lot, they should do the buybacks. Visa's great. That's a steady pick. They should thrive in any economic scenario. So either I go crazy degen pick last one. All right, guys, put in the chat. Do I do 3 options? Crazy degen, super safe, or
I'm like, come
value.
on, man. Just pick
Or value.
something already, bro.
Or
It's
value.
been an hour of this. Come on, brother.
First of all, it's been 58 minutes, 47 seconds. It's not been an hour. But,
Yeah.
Chris isn't having fun. I'm having fun.
No, he's not having fun.
Chris has work soon. I think.
Because I want to get through this so then we
I
can
think you should
actually
set out
talk
shows
about the stocks that
ASTS.
we have. You know?
Dude, if I do something crazy degen, it could mess up the whole portfolio or it could take it to the moon. That's the problem.
So
That's
do
the
it. Let's
This
go.
is why in managing an actual portfolio is
What are you looking at? Like Ion Q or something?
Yeah, Archer, QBT.
We should have put a shot clock on it, 30 seconds.
We should.
Yeah.
That would have made this way more fun.
That's the thing is with an actual portfolio, you can like hedge it by only investing 5% or something. Versus
Exactly.
This, it's like
This is
everything's
all equal
10%.
weighted.
Equal
So-
weighted.
So even if I pick a degen pick, like it's not, it's not going to
You
take.
got
that's
Apple to anchor it. Just pick.
Oh.
Can I say I'm so confident in my picks?
Can
you
I
did a good
say?
job, man. You did a good job.
Can I say that I still don't know my 10th pick? I'm not doing Target, not doing Oxy, not doing Snow, not doing Adobe, Uber, Pepsi, Baba.
Just go. Come on, Amit.
Chris has had enough.
Dude,
The thing is, we have plenty of time to talk about why we picked what we picked. So, you know.
but we gotta have a good pick. That's like, okay, I'm gonna go with. Actually, I do have a sleeper. How much are they up year to date? Because this one, all right, these guys are already up 50%. A year from now, why are you laughing?
Because it's just I can feel Chris's skin like just radiating off his body as he's just getting angrier and angrier.
Oh, this one's a good one, but it's but I shouldn't. But
I was gonna go for a run tonight.
Well,
Shirtless? With or without your glasses?
okay, I'm
Always
going with it's so hard.
We're all edging.
Come on, man, let's go.
I'm like this guy, bro. I'm going with
Make a decision. Let's go.
okay, I'm going with oh my goodness.
It's like
I don't want to hear any shit from any of you guys for how long it took me.
Yeah.
Dude.
Seriously, dude. Come on, Amit.
Seriously, just pick.
It's like who wants to be a billionaire? It's like duh, 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 duh.
No, it actually feels like I'm on that question, bro. Like all right, I'm doing it because I gotta do it. I think this is the one. I'm doing it because the rest of
Oh
them
my
are just
god.
trying to stall while I actually come up with a pick. Okay, I'll tell you, I'm not doing Target. I'm not doing Oxy. I'm not doing On. I'm not doing
Go through the whole list.
I'm not doing
Go through the
Uber.
whole list.
Just stop and just pick something, dude. Come on.
Edge me harder. Jesus, chat.
My viewers are actively falling right now.
Okay.
know.
I'm doing it because of Dexter, baby. This company grows. Yes, they're expensive, but their growth is not going to stop. And quite frankly, everyone needs to learn how to speak a new language. We're going with Duolingo. Before you guys say any shit, these guys have 60% growth in DAU, 40% growth in revenue.
Matt,
are
who are you
expensive.
picking?
But Duolingo.
Blah, blah, blah. Next, Matt. Go
Shout
ahead.
out to
pick.
Dexter, baby.
If you're gonna
Shout out
talk shit,
Dexter.
talk shit in different languages.
I love you, brother. Shout out to
I honestly thought that Chris was going to choose Duolingo a couple ago, but I'm going to choose Abcelera for my last pick.
What is the ticker?
ABCL.
That is you have the potential to win very easily, Matt. If-
Mr. Patel, the last pick of the
Take
stock
two.
draft.
Take 2. They're gonna release.
Yeah.
Grand Theft
why
Auto
didn't any
in
of us think of that?
I thought
Chris,
of it.
now, if
But
they don't-
Chat's been streaming it for the last 5 minutes. I was like,
If they
I hope
don't
none of these
release-
idiots realize that.
If they don't release GTA in the next year, that's a
Yeah,
big dud.
yep. That's what I'm
Hey,
thinking.
but
listen.
they said they would, right? They said they would.
Y'all are forgetting that they still have a crap ton of other businesses that are still
No,
generating
Chris,
cash
no
flow
one
that they're
cares about
buying.
anything
No,
else.
the stock is
yeah.
overvalued without it.
Yeah, it's really
Whatever.
overvalued without it. Like that's
Yeah, it's straight up a shit company with.
Can I just say why I didn't choose any crypto names for you guys?
What, you think crypto winter is coming?
So crypto is going to do extremely well, in my opinion, over the next 3 to 6 months. But I believe once we enter 2026, it will start to come down. I don't think you'll hit the bottom in kind of a year from now, June 2026. But I think if we look at this in 6 months from now, you guys will be looking really smart with Hood. You'll be looking really smart with Coinbase. Chris might even be looking pretty good with Marvel, whatever they call it. But I think in a year's time, they'll have probably have peaked out and start on their decline. Granted, I don't know. Hood is diversifying a good bit, so they might actually be okay. But the other crypto names, I'm actually looking forward to 2026, 2027, so I could potentially pick into more crypto stocks personally.
I think everyone should just go through their portfolio and just quickly, just like literally a blurb on why they picked what and what their reasoning was, and just be very quick about it.
Why
Very,
do you have to go
very
somewhere?
good.
Why are you being so quick? Like you got to leave?
Yeah,
Take
but
a dump.
where you gotta
No,
be?
it's no. I'm just saying, man. All this like back and forth, blah blah.
I'm having a
blah,
good
like-
time.
Fun. That's if you got to leave, you can leave. It's no problem. Like.
Matt,
Yeah.
do you want to make a trade?
Okay,
I'll-
hold on. Can we just go through it? Let me just all right, guys. So it's done. Here we go. Matt, Rocket Lab, Amazon, SoFi, ASTS, Berkshire, Celsius, Oscar, EOG, Bros, etc. Amit, Palantir, Hood, Tesla, AMD, JP Morgan, Nebius, Grab, Apple, Visa, Duolingo. Steve, Meta, MicroStrategy, Microsoft, Hims, Broadcom, CrowdStrike, Netflix, Salesforce, PayPal, Micron. Tanner, NVIDIA, Nubank, ServiceNow, Melly, Shopify, Trade Desk, ASML, AppLovin, Coinbase, TSM.
It's a nice
Chris,
one.
UNH, Google, Marvell, Axon, Elp, Oracle, Cisco, Lilly, Novo Nordisk, Take Two.
Can I say really quick? Obviously, I favor my names because that's my bias. I think Matt has a super chance of winning this because he's picking all these very, very small companies that have the potential to have a very, very big year. So I think Matt has a very good chance of winning just based on the names that he's picking. However,
So,
Amit, I literally think you're like, I dislike your names. I think you went in to pick bad names.
What?
Apple, Visa. I don't like any of these names.
who the
Palantir?
fuck are you talking to, bro? You didn't
Palantir
even.
for the next year.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
How do you, the guy who's made 1 trillion videos on SoFi, pick freaking TTD over SoFi?
Look at the timing and when I picked TTD, I would have
Coinbase
picked SoFi.
Coinbase is a pile of trash that if Bitcoin tanks, it's done.
Yeah.
Third of all,
Mhm.
freaking Mercado Libre has horrible margins in Latin America. They don't even have AWS. I don't know what the hell you're smoking there.
You didn't
of all-
just say that, right? You didn't say that. You didn't
Fourth
call
of
Mercado
all-
Libre a bad company.
Fourth of all, ASML, the people don't like hold on, let me make sure I'm saying this correctly. People don't even like Dutch waffles. So I don't know why the hell you picked a company from the Netherlands.
So true. So true.
Finally, ServiceNow is not a good SaaS name. There was a lot of others you could have picked above that. So that's my pick.
I own it in my own portfolio. I love ServiceNow.
Is there anything that somebody picked that somebody else wanted? Does anybody want to make
I
a
want
trade for
SoFi.
anything?
Okay,
I
what
want
do you wanna-
SoFi.
What do you want to give up? What do you want to give up?
What does Maddie want?
I'm just going to put it out there. I'm willing to deal Hims if anybody wants it.
Ooh.
I am willing to deal Hims. I'm taking offers on Hims because I know people wanted it.
Oh yeah, I can't do the poll yet, guys, because I need to.
Mm.
We got to do the trades. And second of all, because YouTube doesn't give us 5 choices, I'm gonna do one poll. The lowest is eliminated. And actually, we should do like a round robin type of bracket on the polls.
I'll trade you something for MSTR, Steve.
Ooh.
Hold on, real quick. So let me say it. So we're gonna do multiple polls until we get to one winner at the end. All right. That's what we're gonna do it.
See, I've got the Cisco, I've got the Oracles, so I know that those are 2 attractive things for Steve.
Oracle's
question is,
very
will he-
attractive, but I'm holding on to MSTR because I think Bitcoin's going to be big, and that's the only real exposure to it.
Okay. What about Meta? What do you want for Meta?
He's not giving.
It was his first pick. Why would he
Yeah,
want anything
Meta
else?
and MSTR, I'm not dealing. I'm willing to deal anything else.
Steve, I will give you
No one's going to trade away their first picks.
I don't want to, I mean, I'll put it up there, but I'll give you Duolingo for Hims if you want to do that. Yeah, you're not going to do that. Yeah. I'm not going to give you Apple for Hims because I actually do think Apple's getting shitted on
I
so
don't want
much.
Apple. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd take AMD for him.
No,
They're getting shitted on. They're a 31 times price to earnings ratio.
No, dude, trust me. Out of all, I agree with you. But still, there's some level of contrariness now that everyone thinks Apple's done.
Yeah.
I like that.
All right, so let's
I'll take Tesla.
let's go through the list and just say why we picked what we picked.
So, Chris, why did you pick UNH as number 1? Because you clearly could have got that in a 3rd or 4th round. None of us were taking that.
No, just in case. It was like, to me, UNH is, out of all the things that we have, it's the easiest one. It's going to have a mean reversion that's already starting to happen. You're already starting to see giant freaking orders come in. Whales are literally buying this thing right and left. I mean, to me, this is easy. They're doing $22 billion in free cash flow with a $200 billion market cap. And it's a durable business that, like, it's not going anywhere. So UNH is fine. Google, you guys already know. Marvell is like a play on AI. Axon is. So if you want to structure a portfolio, you have to have the risky stuff, and then you have to have the stuff that's just up into the right business. Axon is the up into the right business that's going to kind of anchor everything. Elf is my, like,
Elf's a good one.
like Elf is a, what is it called? Like it's like the one that could double on me, you know? So Elf is there. Oracle and Cisco are both like secondary players to AI because they provide a lot of the infrastructure, but also the software behind the connectivity portion of things. So, and same thing with like Oracle is led by freaking Ellison and Safra Cat. So there's no problem there. Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk, they're the recession plays, because if we do get some level of recession next year because of X, Y, and Z, healthcare tends to do really well. So if you look at my portfolio, 3 out of the 10 are literally just healthcare. So United Health, Lilly, and Novo Nordisk. So if you look at the Manjaro scripts, Manjaro is just going crazy in terms of for Eli Lilly, and it's the same thing with Novo Nordisk. So there's already like like Novo Nordisk and Eli Lilly already fighting the Hims of the world and everything else for more access to patients, and so they're going to work with them, and that should boost up the number of scripts. So both of those will do well. And then Take-Two, they have a giant catalyst in Grand Theft Auto in the middle of the year, and so if that comes out, there's going to be a ton of people buying it, and that's just going to free up things for cash flow.
Because they said,
well, that's the gamble. That's the gamble.
Yeah, they said it's definitely not in 2025.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, it's the gamble that you're basically betting on, right? So, yeah.
All right. So, are we doing any trades or no? We're done.
I would like SoFi if Matt wants anything.
What are you proposing?
What do you like? I don't know what you're interested in.
Austin says Home Depot is a sleeper.
Yeah, I just don't know some of the names.
I think the only thing I would be interested in, Mr. Tanner, might be Shop, but that doesn't mean I'm solid on it yet.
Dude, Matt, you should trade. You should get from Tanner for SoFi. You should get. I think you have a lot of growth with Rocket Lab already, and Celsius. I would go for Mercado Libre.
I honestly think I'm going to keep SoFi.
Okay.
No offense,
even
Tanner.
For Shop.
Sorry, brother. Even for Shop, man. I like Shop, but it's 150 billion. It's already pretty richly valued, even though I know it's phenomenally growing. Right? I mean, it's Canada's best stock in my opinion right now.
It is. If you decide to do Shopify for SoFi, I'll do that deal. That said,
ooh, that's interesting.
That said, my reasoning for picking my companies, we just saw it from every single business. Data center build-outs still happening. AI is going to be the biggest revolution the world's ever seen. So NVIDIA, ASML, TSM, those are the reasons for those. Pretty easy picks. Now, for Nubank and Mercado Libre, they are facing massive currency headwinds right now. Nubank especially has just been beaten down versus their growth. One of the cheapest valuations the company has seen, and they're actually doing phenomenally, and they continue to outperform. So Nubank, Mercado Libre, don't listen to what Amit says about the low margins. They're dominating, winning over market share. Amazon can't get in.
It's Amazon's model, right? Low margins, grow as much as you can, and then increase margins, right?
Yeah, and while they did that, they're also taking on like sort of a cash app model. Mercado Pago is growing like crazy. In fact, they're actually growing faster than Nu in some regions. So
yeah, but we're talking about a year from now, dude.
Yep. And you picked Apple, so
yeah. And Mercado Libre doesn't have an AWS, my guy. Like, as much as they're growing, they don't have something like at the end of the day, it's a retailer. I don't
Yeah, no, I think that they're growing a ton in their credit space. Logistics is going to see a lot of cost cutting right now.
Someone
would
said
not bet against
CNBC is probably in here studying retail investor.
Okay. And then AppLovin, I actually didn't see the short report that Chris said. I looked up the headlines just a little bit ago, but honestly, I'm just gonna have to take a bet that that they'll do fine. They're getting into the S&P 500. That's why I picked them. And the Trade Desk, same thing. Beaten down company. Advertisements will do great. What else did I miss? ServiceNow, one of the biggest beneficiaries of artificial intelligence as well, and Coinbase will be my crypto play. I would have preferred something like Hood, but I didn't get that in time. And sorry, Coinbase. The news recently, I mean, they've been doing really, really well, and they're putting out some pretty cool products. I don't know if any of you guys saw the 4% cashback Amex card that they just partnered with. So that's awesome.
Robin had better start letting people off that wait list because Coinbase is coming with that credit card. So yeah, that is not a
Wait, Coinbase 4%.
yeah,
4%
but it's
cashback. The cashback goes to Bitcoin.
that's the catch, but still 4% cash back. So
Damn.
okay, so I'll justify mine. Palantir, I think it's obvious these guys are leading the AI software revolution when it comes to enterprise and government. Robinhood, just the speed of innovation. Even if we get into a bit of a bear market, I think they will diversify enough to hold on to their momentum. Tesla, it's expensive, but if robotaxi scales, like Elon said, by the end of 2026, I think that should give it a multiple. AMD is cheap. JP Morgan's a really safe pick with financials. And I mean, dude, we're getting IPOs every other week at this point. JP Morgan's going to print revenue. JP Morgan is going to grow very nicely in a world in which you have a credit crisis because Jamie Dimon is preparing to deal with the bond market. I trust them on that. So I think that's good. Nebius data center play, cheap compared to a lot of the other ones that are out there. Grab, that's more speculative, but I think they will do well, trading at 50% cash. Apple's my sleeper because everyone thinks they've lost in AI, and I think they have as well. But I think in the next year, they will do something to prove that they're not going back to 150.
And I think they have as well.
But I still think that's enough. It's enough. That's my contrarian pick. You got to be contrarian here.
You're being contrarian to yourself.
100, yeah. 100 billion in buybacks. If the stock drops, they're going to dramatically buy it back. And iPhones, people still buy iPhones. So it's a horrible thesis, but it's a max 7. They have passive index flows every other week. They'll be fine. Visa, I love that pick. I think that's going to be good. They're not going anywhere. Dividend, trillions of dollars of transactions. And then Duolingo, for those that are surprised by that, just look at Duolingo's investor relations right now. You will be absolutely blown away. You will not see anything below 40% growth in any of their metrics. Is it expensive? Yeah. But a year from now, AI is not commoditizing the business. AI is only accelerating it. It's a founder CEO, and that stock will grow. So I think that's not a horrible pick as well. All right. Did all of us justify it? We did.
Steve, are you looking to give up anything?
I'm looking at, well, you only have one company I would take.
Okay, then never mind.
Well, no, 2. I would take ASML for something or NVIDIA, but that's it. The rest of your companies are no bueno.
Curious, Tanner, would you swap NVIDIA and SoFi?
No, I wouldn't swap NVIDIA. It's the number one pick of the entire draft.
Just trying to see where the line is, my man. Just trying to see where the
Chris
line
or
is.
Matt, I will deal you Microsoft for either Amazon or Google.
Ooh. Chris,
I'm so considering that trade.
I know you are considering that because it's a good fucking trade.
What was the offer?
Microsoft for either Amazon or Google.
Dude, but Google is cheap. Like Microsoft's at all-time highs, Chris. I wouldn't do that trade. Google's cheap.
Well, I'll stick with what I got.
Google is cheap.
Do you think that Google will be able to send the signal to the market that they can fend off AI problems in a year?
But if they do, imagine
if you see the,
I think they will.
If you see the number of the amount of growth that they have in subscribers for a lot of their subscriptions, I think that's going to be a big tailwind for them. And also the slowdown in search, I think, is really overblown. So
I completely agree. I'm a shareholder. I just don't know if the market will agree in the short term. There's going to be so much noise.
Tanner is getting absolutely dragged.
All right, let's do it. Let's do a vote. Let's do a vote on.
All right, so here we go. No trades. That's it. First round, Chris.
I don't get to justify my picks. Okay.
Oh no, no, sorry, I thought you did.
Oh,
Okay.
we
Go ahead,
asked.
Matt.
Sorry.
Rocket Lab, pretty self-explanatory. Three potential catalysts. First half of 2026, profitability is on the table. Obviously, they're coming out with the medium launch vehicle. It's still expected to be the second half of this year, so hopefully within the next 6 months. And then third, Golden Dome. I don't think that people are truly honestly giving Rocket Lab their colors with that. Amazon, pretty self-explanatory. You have AWS and you have the biggest e-commerce platform in the world. So that one's pretty simple. SoFi, I think, is a very steady pick, right? I mean, I'm critical of them because of the technology piece, but at the end of the day, they are growing pretty well. And I believe that they're in a good spot where their EPS is going to grow faster than their revenue due to the fact that pretty much they hit a pivot point where they're able to outpace the current SG&A drag that was previously on the company. So it'll probably go pretty well. ASTS was just to stick it to Chris in the ribs. Just kidding. But no, I think that, you know, if anybody were to have it, I would want it in my portfolio, because the last thing I would want is somebody to potentially be winning due to them getting
That was smart.
enough satellites in the air and actually starting to see the benefit of that. So whether or not ends up actually doing really well towards the end of the next 12 months, I think there could be delays. You know, launch delays are inevitable sometimes. So in this case, but at the end of the day, they're supposed to be launching pretty much monthly over the next few months. So hopefully with that, you know, they'll be able to at least get some satellites in there. Berkshire, that is a gamble. Obviously, we know Uncle Warren is leaving at the end of the year, but I think they have enough cash on hand where they can restructure the portfolio and look towards 2030 plus and where they're going to go. Celsius, I think Alani and them are going to merge do really well together. They're two of the best growth brands at the moment, so I think that'll end up winning in the long term there. Oscar, this one has hair on it. You know, I don't necessarily know what's going on with respect to the Affordable Care Act. Some people say don't worry about it. Some people say it could be a potential problem, but it also looks like it's priced in. The stock is trading at very cheap forward earnings, and the price of sales is pretty low as well. And honestly, I think Trump's got bigger things to worry about than the Affordable Care Act right now. So in that respect, I think even if it trades at a discount because of that kind of liability of the Affordable Care Act, it's growing at a pace where it's still going to have to grow the share price just because it's growing like a weed. EOG, that was kind of like a contrarian play. If this whole World War III thing that's going on literally as we speak is going to persist. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. If this whole conflict is persisting in the Middle East and Ukraine and Russia, oil prices might go the other way. And honestly, I think there's more upside to oil prices right now than there is downside. We're at the 60s, right? What were my last three picks again? It was after EOG. It was Bros and Accelera, right? So Dutch Bros. I think they're going to continue to do well. They're going to have about $300 million of EBITDA, $325 million worth of EBITDA in 2026. And they've been doing pretty well with respect to the growth ratings that they've been getting. So I think they could get north of 35x. So I think they'll end up doing well with that. And they've been growing 25-30% revenue. So in that respect, I think they're potentially going to be able to get at least a 10 to 15% return over the next year. And Accelera, who knows? They have a couple things in the fire. And if that's the case and one of them hits, then they're basically going to go from a decent amount of cash on the balance sheet and now actually going to start potentially creating some profits. And if that happens, it could be extremely beneficial for them within the next 12 months. And that would obviously shoot the stock price in the right direction.
I have to say that I think Amit has no chance of winning.
No chance of winning in a year?
Yeah, I don't think he has a chance either.
No, I actually.
I hope no one votes for me. I hope none of you vote for me so that a year from now we can see who wins.
And the reason is because I think it's going to be a tough year of comps for Palantir and Hood. That's why.
Damn.
I like the portfolio overall. I just think it's going to be a tough year of comps. I don't think Tanner has a chance of winning either.
So I do think, Steve, you have one of the best lists in here. However, I'm betting on this bull market and betting on growth. I think Palantir and Hood they beat and they raise and they keep going. Like I do
think it's going to be Chris or Meg.
Okay, so hold on, we have to figure something out.
Chris,
Hold on. We have to figure something out. Okay, so let me ask the chat. Do we want to do one Google form with one question, who do you think outperforms in 1 year?
here,
Or,
did you see what I
saw,
did?
I made one too, but we can use yours. Or do we
Doesn't
want to do 5 Google forms, aka who the first round, last one, lowest gets eliminated. The next round is next 4, lowest gets eliminated, then 3, then it's 2, then it's 1. How do we want to do it?
What do you
So
mean?
like the first Google form has all 5 of us. Then let's say I get 10%, the rest of you guys get, I'm out. Then the next one is you 4. Let's say Chris is out. Third one is
I mean, like ranked choice voting or something?
like an NCAA bracket, dude. It's like,
But you're going to see it anyway. Whenever you do one bracket, you're going to see it ranked based on percentage of votes.
yeah, that's true.
So just do that right now. Just whatever, you know.
Honestly, I think Chris, I will never underestimate your picks. Can I not talk?
In real quick, in the second way, if I'm out on the first round, then everyone who gets to pick between you 4, which actually makes it more competitive. You know what I mean?
Okay, so what you're saying is, okay, I understand what you're saying.
And then if Chris is gone, then it's
you're trying to do like 5 rounds, so it's basically
Exactly.
like the chat. Okay, got it. All right, so go ahead, do round 1.
Okay, so Tanner, you're going to be responsible for setting all of it up. Okay, there you go. All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
So I want to justify my picks.
Hold on,
just-
Tanner.
just
Let
open
Tanner
a
say
new
what he's going to say. Let Tanner say. Go ahead.
Tanner, open a new tab and just do round 1, and then and then Amit, you run the poll and basically just pick, and whoever is the lowest gets out. And then
I'll handle
round,
it. I'll handle it because I already have the Google Form, so I'll do it. Tanner, go ahead, talk, then Steve, and then I'm sending it out. Go ahead.
Yeah. I just submitted the thing. I mean, we could anyway. Okay. So, what's it called? Chris, I'll never underestimate your picks. So even though I find some of the older names to be not exciting, obviously you see a lot of value in that. I think that you could definitely win because you find a lot of that short-term volume, like upside. I always, you do a Carnival Cruise, you've done it consistently over and over and over. Matt, you having such small cap names or mid cap names, I think can make for some pretty serious volatility. I think that you could win. Steve, I think your picks are too safe to not underperform the market. I'm not saying that, but to win, you need to be like, I think picking safe picks is not the way to go at all, because it doesn't matter if you're negative 100% on your portfolio or even second place. The only thing that's going to matter is first place. So I think that you have to pick risky names like what Matt did. And so I just find Steve and Amit's picks to be just a little bit too safe.
Amit's picks are safe?
Well, I think Palantir and Tesla and these sort of names are not going to run too much over the next year. And then filling the gaps with Grab, Apple, Visa, JP Morgan, I think is too safe.
So if Palantir and Hood run, then it's a good portfolio.
Well, I don't think that Palantir will run personally, but Hood, I mean, are they going to have another 100% year? Like, I don't think that's going to happen. They're not going to surpass the market share of Schwab.
Tanner, I do have majority growth stocks in here.
No, I'm aware. I just think I don't know how much CrowdStrike is going to continue to go, or Netflix. I mean, these are just my own personal opinions.
Okay, so we're done.
But Meta is super exciting. That was going to be my second pick.
I did not.
All right, Steve, go ahead. Last one.
So I wanted NVIDIA first, obviously, like everybody. The number 2 pick was Meta. That's going to be at 1,000 over the next year, easy.
Yeah.
MicroStrategy is a play on Bitcoin. I could care less about Bitcoin, but if Bitcoin's at 140 or 150,000, MicroStrategy is going to the moon. Microsoft had to have cloud exposure. It's a safe play, probably good for 20-25% if we hit a bull market. HIMS, that could be a double. Like, that could easily be a double. It could easily go down.
I think that's going to be your only double, to be honest.
It may. No, there's another one in here.
No, there's not.
There's not. Hold on.
MicroStrategy could
No,
Like,
it's not.
MicroStrategy it could be a double.
What are you smoking? MicroStrategy is not going to double in a year.
If Bitcoin keeps going up, it could.
No,
Yeah.
Sailor will dilute the shit out of his shareholders. That's not how it works.
Yeah, he'll do another bond offering and buy more Bitcoin.
Yeah, but the premium to NAV is not going to reflect a doubling in this. It's not going to happen.
Broadcom can easily go 30%.
PayPal's way too safe for the next year.
Salesforce is also way too safe.
CrowdStrike
Yeah.
can easily go another 30%. Netflix could keep going. Salesforce is undervalued. PayPal's a sleeper because all PayPal needs to do from here is get to 100. And guess what? That's 45, 50% right there. That's a sleeper nobody's thinking about because how undervalued it is. And Micron, they're going to do 430% EPS growth this year and another 56% next year. That could expand big.
Steve, I like your list, but Netflix all-time highs, CrowdStrike all-time highs, Salesforce is boring, PayPal maybe, HIMS is your best
Their
double.
momentum.
Microsoft all-time highs. Like we're talking about 1 year. MicroStrategy is not going to do what you think it's going to do. Meta is the best one that could go to 1,000, but the rest of them, maybe 10 to 15% in a year.
If we have a bull market, remember, a lot of these portfolios.
No, hold on. If we have a bull market, Palantir and Hood are going to keep going high, and Tesla.
You need a bull market for a lot of these companies to work. If we do, tech is going to run, and Netflix, CrowdStrike are going to keep running with tech.
I'm just going to say, if we are assuming a bull market, my picks, the top 3 are going to outperform everyone. If we have a really big bull market,
they're going to have hard comps this year.
but if we're in
Even if we have a bull market, Palantir is already 320 billion.
If we are S&P 7,000 in a year, my 3 picks will outperform everything. It's just that simple. So, all right, here we go. Any closing arguments from anybody before the vote? Any closing? I just made my closing argument. Anyone?
All growth, baby. AI.
All right, here we go. Round 1 form. Tanner, I sent it to you in the chat. You can send it in your chat. Here it is. You have to sign up. You don't have to have a Gmail account or anything. You can just immediately vote. I don't think you need to have a Gmail account.
It's in the chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, you don't need to have a Gmail account for this. You don't need to. Do you? To vote on the Google form? No? Okay.
Or I mean, I don't know. Mine's already using mine, but your email's not shared. That's for sure.
Okay. Yeah, Matt, you have the same one. Yep. So let's give it like what, 5 minutes, and then.
By the way, guys, this is not determining who wins. We're still going to be basing it off total returns over the next 1 year, but we're seeing sentiment on in the chats.
These are the picks. These are the picks. So this is round 1. Someone will get eliminated in this round. Can I vote for myself? Am I allowed?
I definitely voted for myself.
Okay, I'll vote for myself.
I called my cousin in Bangladesh, let him know. By the way, I'm Indian, so that's the joke.
Okay, I'm putting.
Ahmed, you still got your bot farm running? You remember when Ahmed bought all those cell phones?
That was a long time ago, but no, I don't. Chris, do you think Elf is gonna grow after it's up 40% already?
Yeah,
Or...
yeah, it'll do well.
No, but why would Elf? That's actually, I'm looking at the list right. That's a little bit aggressive.
When recessions come, makeup tends to do well. So
Oh, we got my uncle in the chat. I got my uncle. I got his vote. See, that's called loyalty. That's family.
babe, I need you to sign in and vote for me.
Yeah, that's
Get
a good
your
idea. Hold
extended
on one sec.
family. I'm gonna get the family, the group chat. I'm gonna send
Oh
that
wow!
up.
Wait. Can you? I don't want to share the results yet. Tanner, can you see it or no? I'm the only one who can see it.
Oh my God.
I'm the only one who can. Wait.
Amit, how dumb are all of us?
Well,
I wrote an article about Elf when it was at 51.65, and I said we should all buy it, and we did. And it's up 148%.
you were on
That's
the
right.
phone,
Yeah.
Steve. We were on the phone when you said you were going to write that article, but you
It's
did
only
with-
it's only a few $1 billion market cap. It's not
I
a
think
big
someone's sharing the wrong link.
No, I have 539 responses already. Oh, Matt, did you
Okay,
share the
cool.
wrong link?
Well, no. I didn't, but I have a couple responses on the one that I posted recently, unless that's just you guys voting in it.
No, I didn't even vote on that. Yeah. So again, let me put the link again right here in the chat. If you have not voted, we got 3 more minutes left to do your votes. I'm seeing the results right now. You want me to tell you guys who's in first? I'll give that away. Matt Money is in first.
Ooh.
Matt definitely has the potential
Matt
to win
Money.
for sure.
Matt Money's first.
I think am I posting the wrong one?
No,
It's that link right there.
I'll put in the private chat. It's in the private chat right there. Round one form.
It might be because I'm definitely getting results on mine.
Yeah. So Tanner, put the poll again in your chat so they know.
I did. I'm posting the right one.
Okay. Matt Money's first. Matt's got a pretty competitive. Matt's not gonna.
We are so dumb for not buying Elf. Oh my god.
No, but remember the risk was China, but then we got the China trade deal with Basent in Geneva. That's
148% this thing is up since April 20th.
oh shit! You guys can vote more than once. Fuck.
Can you?
Yeah, someone said they just voted 5 times.
Fuck.
Well, I'm
Alright.
sure they're changing emails
Got it.
because I've reopened it and it doesn't let me.
Oh, we got.
Oh no, maybe it does. Okay, end it then.
Yeah.
We got to do it again. Sorry. How did I not figure out how to resolve that?
I voted for myself 5 times.
Did you?
I was like, I wonder. I was like,
Okay,
let me
well-
try it. Yeah.
Okay, so why didn't anyone tell me that within the first 2 minutes, bro? Why are you saying that?
'Cause none of us are
going
gonna try to-
about it and trying to rig
Yeah.
the results.
Dude, you guys are some scammers, bro.
Right? Jesus. I had a
All right.
click bot just straight up just like revoting
Hold
for
on,
me.
let
That's
me
why I was
freaking-
winning.
I got ChatGPT writing me a script.
Everyone's got a few hundred. Matt has 2 million votes.
Yes.
Okay, hold on. So how do we on Google? How do I freaking?
I think you can submit.
Why
one.
didn't you just do a poll on YouTube? I don't
Dude, they don't give
understand.
you
No, 'cause
5
we're-
choices. That's the
They
Multiple
don't give you
streams.
fives? Okay. Gotcha.
And multiple streams.
and multiple streams. Yeah. Okay, so the settings of this, I just need to adjust the settings.
You can do email verification or no. No, I think you can still vote a couple times.
Settings. Make this a quiz. Default responses. Allow response editing. Presentation. Make this a quiz. That doesn't freaking help. Limit to 1 response. That's all I have to do. Oh, but you have to sign in with Google.
Yeah, that's probably better anyway.
That's
yeah.
fine.
That's better. That makes it more official. But also, guys, we're not collecting your email, so don't stress about it. All right. So here we go. Limit to 1 response. You have to sign in with Google. Publish. All right. This is the official link. There it is in the chat. Round 1. Let me make it a little shorter. Copy link, shorten. All right. Round 1. Tanner and Matt, you can post this in your chat right here. All right. Now we wait.
You want to make a trade map for SoFi for shop?
No, sir.
People are voting already. You can't do that.
I appreciate you though. Thank you for your
That's the only change I wish I could make, and I would literally get rid of Shopify and go for SoFi.
Dude, Twitter also lets you only do 4. I don't know why they limit it to 4 choices, but I was going to do Twitter, but it doesn't work. All right. How many do we have? We have 170 responses so far. Matt is still number 1. Matt is still number 1. There you go.
Oh wait, is it a new? Oh wait, sorry guys, sorry.
Tanner,
Let's go vote, go vote, go vote.
It's the new one.
Yeah. I'm sending the link.
Okay, good. Tanner, why aren't you gonna...
The
Well-
Cashflow Chronicles channel is doing better in current streams than the fucking Matt Money channel. What the fuck?
Tanner, why are you not going to Mexico with the boys?
Yeah, I'll talk about that offline.
But
I'll
it's
tell
more-
you why.
It's more
I'll tell you
fun if
why.
you talk online.
I'll
Don't tell them
tell
why.
you. I'll
Don't tell
tell
them
you
why.
why. No, I'll tell you. Because Tanner went to his girlfriend or fiance. Tanner, did you propose yet, or is she still your
No.
girlfriend?
No, she's my
Okay,
girlfriend.
so girlfriend. Okay, so Tanner went to her and said, "Hey, babe, my friends want me to go to Mexico." You know what her response was? No. That's what happened. All right.
Whipped, eh?
That's right.
That's the consensus now.
She realized you would be drunk with your boys in Mexico with a lot of beautiful women, and at the end of the day, she's like, you know what? We're not married yet. We can't.
There's a lot of beautiful women. It's me, Matt, and Chris.
Yeah, but it's Mexico, you know. But
Yeah, by contrast, though, you're probably the best looking guy, bro. You know.
No, that cake goes.
Tanner's gonna take his shirt off. He's gonna take his shirt off, and Mexico.
Dude,
This is a
I'm
tall boy.
I'm a short, pudgy Indian dude. Trust me, you got no competition from me, brother. You know, if anything, I look like a troll compared to you, so you're gonna do real well.
That's that's nice.
Yeah, but then Chris is gonna tell those Mexican girls his spreads on UNH. They're gonna get real excited.
Offer them free Patreon memberships. You know, be like, hey, join my Patreon. Here's a discount code. No one gets in for free. Everyone pays.
At least I was honest. I just don't want to go. Like, I'm just straight up. Tanner, you should have just been honest, bro. Like, I just don't want to go. I don't want to be in Mexico.
Bro.
Like, I don't want to go to Mexico with the boys. I don't want to. Like, just straight up. I don't want to go.
Well, I actually do want to, but
No, you don't. You absolutely don't. If you really did, you would go. It's okay, dude. Like, I go to Vegas. I don't want to go to Mexico. I don't want to be on a beach. What the fuck am I doing on a beach? Like, I want to go.
This guy, man,
I'm
doesn't know how to have
actually
fun.
like, I think the next time I do go on vacation, it still will be Mexico. And I'm pretty excited for Mexico.
All right, 3 more minutes, guys. We only have 385 responses. I know you got to sign in, so it's a little annoying, but still, I want to cut it off at 500. Oh, well, the reason we probably had 1,000 last time is because people kept voting twice. That's also true.
Yeah.
Tanner, have you been to Mexico?
No. I've been to a lot of places in like Central America, if you want to call it that, but not Mexico yet.
Okay.
Thoughts on the Arrow IPO? Dude, I requested shares. I don't know what the hell's going to happen tomorrow. I do think the geopolitical stuff is always a buy the dip. So, I don't know.
Dude, that was interesting. Rubio came out and said we had nothing to do with this. This is
Rubio?
Israel acting on its own.
I think
You see that shit?
Trump said a week ago he doesn't want any attacks before the negotiations. And what did they do?
Mhm.
They attacked before the negotiations.
Yo, Bibi Netanyahu is a fucking warmonger. I'm sorry, dude. Like, you're at this point, you're just basically provoking things. And the thing is, I am not for any Americans going over there, risking their life to deal with this guy and his BS, bro. He's the one that really pushed hard for us to invade Iraq. Didn't work out for us very well. We ended up destabilizing the entire region.
Dude, oil is up 12%.
It's just short term. It's gonna.
I
go.
get it,
It's
but still, dude, it was at 67 this morning. I mean, this is a bit aggressive. It's a bit aggressive.
Means Maddie's got a job.
It means Maddie's got a job. All right,
I'm sure the oil patch is celebrating right now.
We have 1 minute 30 seconds left. Here we go. I will give you guys details on the Miami meetup. I'm still working on that, but hopefully, well, most likely end of August, second to last week is what I'm planning for. And I will get some details for you guys soon.
Let's see the
all of you
results.
guys should come to Miami, bro.
I've thought about it. When is it again?
I'm thinking August 22nd, 23rd that weekend, but not confirmed. But
Maybe put me down as a solid maybe. If I don't have anything going on, I'll definitely come.
For a meetup?
yeah, for me,
Yeah.
yeah. All right, people are still asking for the link. All right,
I bet
so-
Tanner comes to that. Just kidding.
Well, dude, that would be more fun than Mexico, in my opinion. I'm just saying.
Have you been to Miami? Have you been to Miami?
I've been to a while ago though.
Yeah.
I think Vegas would be more fun with all of us. Mexico on a beach. I don't know how fun that is. That's my thing.
Miami's also kind of a beach too. You know, I mean,
Yeah,
Yep.
other than like the nightlife, what are you doing?
but the nightlife. But that's what we're going for. The nightlife. It'll be fun, you know.
Okay. Bottle
right.
service is on you though.
Oh, all right. We'll have to. Dude, I was in Toronto and I got to see the whole bottle service experience. It was pretty fun. That was cool.
Yeah.
All right,
And
last
not for me,
30
guys.
seconds. What do you say?
Did you
I
meet
said
my,
not
did
for
you meet
me,
my
though.
girl Mona when you were in Toronto?
Mona?
No, guess not. Okay.
That's your girl in Toronto? No, I didn't see her in T-Dot.
Okay.
I didn't see her. I had some other Crodies I hooked up with in Toronto, but not dude, the slang they have. Yo, Tanner, the slang is great, right? Stay blessed, fam. Crody, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fam stuff that's fine. I don't think Crody is an often said word. That's a
What
Gang
the
term.
hell is a Crody? What is a Crody?
It's like, you know,
It
one of your
means-
friends. Like
it means Brody with Crip slang. That's
Oh,
what it is.
That's not what I am not affiliated.
Well, but you
with
keep
Crip.
saying it, and I keep telling you to stop saying.
No, Brody just means you're Brody with a C. That's all it means. That's
With a C for no reason. There's a C there.
I am not affiliated with.
Just when I thought I couldn't be more disappointed in Canada. There you go. You just proved me wrong.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't want to be a waste man, you know? So. All right, last 30 seconds. Literally last 30 seconds, and then we're cutting it off. Last 30 seconds. That is it. Last 30 seconds. This is round 1. We got 4 more rounds left. All right, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This round in number 1 was Matt Money. Number 2 was Amit.
You can't share the screen?
Oh, sorry. I'm not lying. Let me share the screen. Number 3 was Chris. Number 4 was Steve. Number 5 was Tanner.
Oh,
Crazy.
Damn, Tanner. And you got it in video, bro.
Hey,
Yeah.
we'll have to see it, the actual results. I think
All right.
I think I'll shine.
Okay.
Dude,
Well,
you guys
Tanner?
voted. It is not rigged. It's all you guys. You voted. So
Yeah.
all right, round two. Here
Well,
we go.
we gotta pick up the pace though. We gotta make sure.
Yeah. Okay, let's. So this guy's actually, it's gonna be like 3 minutes, and then we'll be done. Round 2. Who outperforms?
Isn't it just going to be similar results?
Well, let's see, because now that you're out of the thing, maybe.
Yeah,
Sure.
like the people who voted for you could end up putting the votes to somebody else in the.
Yeah.
They're all gonna go
Okay.
for Steve.
Responses allow 1 response.
And send the link back again. I'll put it in my chat.
Yeah. Publish.
It all relied on SoFi.
Tanner got cooked because he didn't pick SoFi. Yeah.
All right, round 2. Oh, yeah, round 2 is 4 people use YouTube. That's actually easier. Yeah. Sorry, guys. That's
Good
No,
point.
because there's multiple streams.
fuck. Yeah, you're right. Okay, well, there it is. Round 2. Let me put in the private chat, Tanner.
Yeah, please. I can't copy it from the other one.
Okay. All right, round 2. These are the lists again. I think they're getting rid of me on this one.
Weren't you second
Nah,
place?
bro, you're gonna be number 1. You're gonna
Nah,
be number
dude.
1.
I think they're getting rid of me. Granted, if it's a bull market, like
I'm so shocked. I know you're coming in with a much bigger audience here, but like I don't think you win this at all, Amit. I give everyone else a chance. I really don't see it from your portfolio here.
why?
Now-
Wait, why? Why don't you see it?
I just
like-
don't think Palantir is going to move much this year. Like they've just accelerated.
Hold
Somebody
on,
in the
hold on,
chat
hold on.
did say that we thought the same thing this year, and obviously it's
Bro,
been mooning. Right?
Palantir is one of those things you can't bet against.
You cannot
I'm
bet
not betting
against them.
against it.
No, but also Tanner, it's relative, right? So like let's say Palantir only is up 15% by next year. What stock do you have that's going to be so much better that weighs out the other stocks I have?
Nvidia, noon, ServiceNow.
No, I'll give you Nvidia, but then what if I outperform with another stock? Then we're both evened out, right? So then it comes down to my picks versus your picks at the end of the year.
Well, I don't think it's 1-to-1. I think there's a couple of companies that can, like, I don't think all of Matt's picks are going to do well, but some of them are going to triple, and that's going to pay for the ones that might be down 15%.
So that's what I'm saying. Like in terms of your picks,
Yeah, but Tanner, the risk is if one of them underperforms, they're gonna underperform severely and cause the other ones to get diluted. So
yeah.
But I'm
Like, here's
taking the
Tanner,
bet on.
Outside of Nvidia, which one of your picks really outperformed? Because I don't see it.
Well, I think
Nvidia-
Nubank is going to really
so
outperform.
that's a controversial one, and I don't know if enough people believe in you on that.
I think that deserves a $20+ range over the next 12 months. Easy.
what's your reasoning behind that?
1 minute left. One minute left.
Their actual like foreign exchange neutral growth is huge.
Mhm.
And right now there's massive currency headwind. But they're going to be entering into new markets over the next 12 months. We could potentially see them in Argentina, US as well. And
What about
that
foreign exchange?
diversification, I think people will get pretty excited for. And, they're just going to continue to grow. We're going to have probably by the end of the year, 140 million customers. They're going to come up as being the second largest.
Yeah, but Tanner, they already have a shit ton of customers. Why don't they have a premium right now?
They
Because of
do. I
currency
mean, it's a
headwind.
50 billion. It's still a $50 billion
so
market
Tanner,
cap
it's going to
company.
100 billion in a year. Is your argument? Like,
Yes.
I don't see that, bro.
Yo, if they do though, I'm gonna be rich. Got 95.
Okay, so I'll give you Nvidia and Nubank, but then an App Lovin only for S&P inclusion. But I don't know if any of these have monster moves. Is my point.
I'm not saying that, but I do think that a lot of my names could significantly get over 30%, and Like even the trade desk could
Yeah, that's
see
fair.
triple digits again, and I'll be very happy with that.
You want to know something funny? My wife still has in her portfolio, we still got Dutch Bros. That's crazy. Me and Matt, I still remember when we first went to what is that thing called, Las Vegas, and we got Dutch Bros with all the people that were there during Ahmed's birthday. That was the like, what is it called, on the ground research. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Last 10 seconds. Here we go. Here we go. Round two. Round two. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In first place is Matt Money. In second place is Chris. In third place is Amit. Steve is out.
But my winning went down in terms of the percentage.
Yeah, it was
It's
less
more
fun.
even now.
Yeah, yeah, that's fair. Steve, your thoughts?
I'm out.
You're out.
I mean, I'm a little shocked that they think that your portfolio is going to beat mine.
Yeah.
Steve was
Only,
robbed.
only because Palantir and Robinhood are going to have very hard comps this year.
Yeah,
And
I think Steve is right on that.
Yeah, but no,
Tesla's
but Steve, if
wow.
we're assuming a bull market, your picks will do well, but my picks will do phenomenal. There's
Are we saying that Palantir is really going to 1,000 times earnings?
no Palantir could maybe go to 150, which is not a crazy move. But even if it stays at 130, your picks are not going to be like crazy. Salesforce is not going to 400. So it's like,
Why?
well, why would it?
Salesforce?
Did I stutter?
I mean, it was at 370 earlier in the year.
I mean, look, it could get there. I'm just saying the agent force is, I mean, whatever.
Like
Informatica.
in December,
They
it was
paid
legitimately
$8 billion for a shitty pipeline builder. Like, I mean, come on, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing?
Any news on a crypto winter I keep hearing about? What's going on with that?
Were you not listening to me earlier?
No, I didn't listen. Sorry. What did you
No?
say?
No, it's okay. It's okay. No, we're juggling a lot. You know, we're having a good time. I straight up said that I didn't agree with the crypto plays because in the next 6 months or so, I believe we're going to hit a peak, and then by the time you get to a year from now, which is mid 2026, I feel like we're going to be post peak. We're going to be entering the crypto winter. So, do I think we're going to be at the depths of the crypto winter? No, I think it'll be late 26, early 27. But then once you enter and get closer to 2028, that's when you start to get to the place where you start to increase.
But
again.
what causes that?
This is cyclical.
Real quick, Tanner and Matt, I put the link in the chat for your chat.
Thank you. This is cyclical. You know, a lot of people debate. So whether or not it actually happens, obviously needs to pan out before we actually see that. But generally speaking, what ends up happening in the crypto markets is that there's always some sort of crypto winter where it aligns mostly with the halving cycle of Bitcoin. So you're familiar with the halving cycle, yeah? But for maybe the people that are listening and don't know, and granted, I'm no expert on this, guys, so I'm just talking what I know. But it's probably out of my depth, right? So give me some rope here. Every 4 years, there's basically a difficulty increase where the amount, well, not difficulty increase, but the amount of rewards per block that's discovered on the blockchain for Bitcoin gets halved. So I think recently it went from 25, now we're at 12.5. Next time it's going to go to 6.25. And so basically you have the same amount of computers competing now for half the prize, which is a kind of deflationary sort of move, right? So it relies now more on the price of Bitcoin to go up in price. Otherwise, you know, it's not going to be economic for these computers to be competing against each other. So keeping in mind, people always think like, oh, well, that just means eventually Bitcoin's going to go to zero. Well, just like Visa, MasterCard, etc., there's always transaction fees, right? And I think the reason why it's a little bit more upfront with Bitcoin is because generally when you're paying transaction fees, it's you that's paying the transaction fee versus if you're talking about Visa, MasterCard, etc., it's the retailer that always pays that 2% or 3%. So anyway, just a little bit of very high level macro stuff. on Bitcoin and what.
Like I
crypto
said,
was doing.
I've just kept hearing about it all of a sudden. Like it just kind of populated on my stream, and I'm just like, okay, I didn't have a chance to research it yet,
Mhm.
but yeah, I mean, I wonder how that could actually impact a lot of these crypto miners who have been issuing a lot of convertible debt.
Mhm.
Because I mean, I think maybe that's the ARB play. You know, basically issue that convertible debt, short the stock, make a killing on shorting the stock and buying the asset, which is Bitcoin. And then I don't know. It's just, yeah.
All right, last 10 seconds. I think I'm not sure anything's going to change this right here. Yeah, folks, here we go. The final two. Matt, you think you're out?
I think I'm out.
Chris, you think you're out?
Maybe.
Amit is out. It's Chris.
Oh,
Cash Flow
Really?
Chronicles for the win.
Chris and Matt
Ooh.
at the end. Chris.
that's
and Matt.
interesting. I thought a lot of people were hating on Chris's picks in the chat, so I'm surprised to see. I'm glad that.
I
glad.
think you both have solid portfolios. Chris has a great one. You have a great one. Yours is a little bit more risky, Matt, but your upside is a lot better.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
Steve convinced everybody just now that Palantir is not going to outperform. So, chat voted against it.
I think that
Steve's
you guys have
sneezing.
the highest upside, both of you, but potentially also the highest downside.
I agree.
Wait.
That was my intent.
All right, final round. Here we go. Chris and Matt, Cash Flow Chronicles against each other.
There can only be one.
Who outperforms in 1 year?
Can you post it in the chat?
Yeah.
Let me get the bot farm running.
Who do you right? Do you guys? I mean, Matt, do you think you're going to win?
I mean, I'm just, to be honest,
I think Matt could win.
Matt's like,
I think
I'm
Matt's
happy to
got
be
the
here.
picks.
I could win, but I'm just excited to be here. I think this is a lot of fun,
This was.
and I think we should definitely
Yeah.
do this.
This was so much fun, dude.
Maybe we should even do this like on like a sector basis, right? So
I
like,
wonder
we'll
if
have-
you.
Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry.
I wonder if we could actually put this on Kalshi. You know?
Dude, that would
actually-
be fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, there's the link. Christopher Patel's portfolio: UNH, Google, Marvell, Axon, Elf, Oracle, Cisco, Lilly, Nova Nordisk, Take-Two, Matt, Rocket Lab, Amazon, SoFi, ASTS, Berkshire, Celsius, Oscar, EOG, Bros, etc. We're going to do 5 minutes. Matt, I'm going to give you 2 minutes to make your final case as people vote.
I have 2 minutes.
In comparison to Chris.
Man, Chris has a good portfolio. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I'm not a fan of the Marvel pick, just based off the crypto winter. I think in 2026 we just talked about. Chris also has a lot of healthcare in there as well. So I have insurance. While it does kind of relate to healthcare as well, so that could work out for him. Chris has the UNH. I have Oscar. UNH obviously is down massively, so I could see a place where Chris does really well. I liked Elf. I wanted to have Elf. I like Google. I have it in my own portfolio. But I think also Google can sometimes get really peak and trophy. It goes through periods where it does okay and you have an okay price to earnings, but it goes through times like right now where it's undervalued and for really no reason. I think Take-Two, I think that's a phenomenal choice, but there's also potential that it gets delayed out to say December 2026 or something of the like, and unfortunately doesn't work. I have a lot of catalysts in my portfolio. Rocket Lab, obviously, there's 3 catalysts. Golden Dome, there's the profitability in the first half of 2026, and then the Neutron rocket, which is going to compete with SpaceX's Falcon 9. ASTS is going to send up a lot of satellites. That's potentially a very binary outcome. What happens with that? Berkshire, very solid pick. You have the potential first few quarters of Alani and Celsius coming together. Oscar is undervalued if you kind of stop forgetting or you forget about the ACA dependence on it, Affordable Care Act, Obamacare dependence on it. Oscar is very undervalued here. EOG, I don't necessarily think this is going to be the winner in the portfolio, but in case oil goes back to above $100 a share, EOG will follow. It'll be a phenomenal one. ABCL, also a high risk play, but if it does find something, could go to 10 billion very quickly. And that would obviously drag the performance of the entire portfolio up with it. So Amazon, slow and steady wins the race with that one. And did I miss anything? Berkshire, slow and steady wins the race, but could also have some implications knowing that Warren is retiring at the end of the year.
All right. I just want to say it's neck and neck. So every vote matters right now. As I see the results, it is literally neck and neck. Chris, your final pitch.
Okay, so Matt's portfolio is rather, in my opinion, risky because a lot of the companies that he is putting on there are catalyst centric. So if you think about it, if those catalysts don't materialize, then it's going to be a flat to down year. So even if you have some really strong winners, the other ones could dilute the overall outcome. So that's one thing. My portfolio, I'm constructing it to be really resilient to 2026 because a lot of the information that I'm seeing is showing me that the economy is kind of slowing down a little bit. Yes, the AI trade is there, but at the same time, you still have a lot of mixed volatility because of the Trump administration and the way that they're doing things. So if you think about it, there are certain industries that are recession proof. Some of them being the one that really comes to mind is healthcare. And right now, I'm personally seeing GLP-1s taking off. So if you think about it, Eli Lilly, Novo Nordisk give you that great exposure to that. United Health gives you that mean reversion that people are realizing that, hey, this thing has been oversold a little bit. Google right now is coming up with a ton of AI models. And if you keep seeing like the Polymarket data on Google's Gemini, the Gemini ones constantly win compared to a lot of the other models that are out there. Marvell is a play on AI computing, and Take-Two has that catalyst for Grand Theft Auto. Elf also has a catalyst because they had that recent acquisition with the whole Bella Hadid? No, what's her name? Something Hailey Bieber thing. And so that could positively impact them going forward. So. Yeah,
dude, you guys don't want to ask me about Hailey Bieber and Justin Bieber because I've gone down a rabbit hole on how he married her 3 months after he broke up with Selena Gomez. And then ultimately,
wait. It was only 3 months.
Dude, they broke up in 2018 in like March. He gets married in freaking July. Like
that's more than 3 months. Though,
that was his like first love. They were there for 7 years on and off. And then you say you break up and then 3 months later you get married. What? What type of narcissist freaking like to kind of get back at her? That's what it felt like.
And you know how Selena Gomez is getting back at Justin Bieber even more?
What are we talking about right now?
Selena Gomez, bro. Selena Gomez is basically dating this really.
I'm trying to go for a run. I'm trying to wrap this up.
All right.
Selena she's dating Benny Blanco, right?
I know why she's doing it, to fuck with Justin Bieber. Because Bieber's like, you left me for that dude?
No, but
troll?
Hold on, Chris, it goes deeper. Yeah, people will say Justin Bieber's more attractive, whatever. Yeah. Justin Bieber's biggest song ever is called Love. What it's called?
I thought it was Baby.
Love Yourself.
Baby.
No, Love Yourself. That's his big 20. Benny Blanco wrote the lyrics to his #1 hit in 2015.
Damn, that's some vindictive shit.
He married the guy who wrote the lyrics. But he is a nicer guy than dude. Justin's when you look at
Justin is
not a nice guy.
This is so interesting.
Benny Blanco's like a real.
Yeah, it's it.
Yo, he treats Hailey Bieber like shit, bro.
He does.
I know.
Yeah.
Okay. Final 30 seconds. Here we go, folks. Here we go. This has been super fun. Thank you, everybody, for joining.
How could he?
This was great. I enjoyed it. This was a fun one. Steve's like, what are we doing here?
Steve's been counting Levaine's cookies for a minute.
No, Steve's
I had no idea that you guys were like subscribed to like TMZ or whatever the heck is like.
Yeah, I got every tweet.
Steve's ordering Patsy's right now for lunch. Like, get ready. All right, here we go.
The biggest unlock on X is to the For You. I never, ever, ever click on that. Exclusively do the following tab, and you actually get content that isn't brain rot. It's phenomenal.
No, this isn't. Well, okay. Anyway, here we go. Are we ready? The winner of the 2025 stock draft from audience perception, 1 year from now, we'll see whose ETF actually outperforms, is
Matt Money. It's Matt
Money.
This guy.
Mr.
This guy.
Okay, my fingers hurt now, bro. Come on.
Matt Money.
Ah,
Holy,
close.
that's close.
Thank you all.
52.48.
Thank you.
Looks like the Pepsi logo, bro.
52.48. It was close. It was very close.
Yeah.
Thank you. I want to thank my school teachers that got me to this point. You know,
You
my
had a bunch of
sisters,
Rocket
my
Lab
brother,
people in the chat, bro. That's what got you there. You had a lot of Rocket Lab people.
Yeah.
my dad, God rest his soul. Thanks, Mom, who's always my biggest inspiration.
Oh my God. These
She doesn't watch a
comments are
single
crazy.
stream, but I know she does in spirit.
This is my villain arc. It just started. Now I gotta screw over all these other companies. I gotta publicly come out and be like,
The real question
SoFi's just
is,
the bank. Why are people buying SoFi? SoFi.
the real question is did they vote for me for ASTS, Rocket Lab, or SoFi? Some very competitive.
Rocket
Oh
Lab,
my gosh.
Amazon, SoFi, ASTS, Berkshire, Celsius, Oscar, EOG Bros, and ABCL. That was the winner, folks, for the next 1 year. That is what you guys think is going
Are we
to
naming the ETFs?
Yeah, we should.
All
The
right.
Thanos ETF.
Okay, let's end it off with a name. So Matt
Bert B
Thanos-
is the weirdest pick in that mix, isn't it?
You gotta have a little stability.
Yeah.
all right, Steve, give me your name. Guys, give me your name.
For what?
The ETF. What are you going to name it?
I
I'm
have
going to call mine Brick Gang. Steve, do yours.
I have no idea.
I'm going to call you, what's the word of the day? What's that word, guys? Galactoid? Yeah, galactoid. It's a milk ETF.
The Milk Mob. Oh, that's a good one.
Tanner, what are we picking?
Urkel's
Bill-
Revenge.
Big
Urkel's
yield
Revenge.
tech exposure, or ticker symbol BYTE.
What?
Byte.
Byte? Wait, what? Byte?
BYTE. Like
Okay.
like a gigabyte, a megabyte, a petabyte.
Okay. I had no idea what that meant. Okay, but that makes sense now. Chris, what are you naming it?
Old dirty bastard. ODB. ODB. Old dirty bastards.
Yeah.
Chris, I don't even know if any of them know who ODB is or what.
I don't
group
think
it
any of
is.
them know. I don't
I've
think
no
any-
clue.
What's ODB? Who's ODB?
Oh my
Old
god!
dirty
How-
bastard.
Chris, how old are we?
Hey,
Wu-Tang
Third
Clan,
eye.
bro. Come on.
I
Wu-Tang.
got your money.
God.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, there you go.
So
I
we
listen
wrote
to some
Motel
Wu-Tang Clan,
Gang.
but
Oh, it's a rapper. Okay, it's a rapper. I didn't know that. All right. Well, there you go. All right. This was fun. This was good. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Nice little community event. Should have been fun. Matt Money is the expected winner a year from now. Steve has an Excel model. We will track it. Honestly, Steve and I will probably show it every Friday. He joins the market close. So,
Oh, that'll be fun.
but
I
every
can make everybody one promise.
and people think I'm going to come in last place by a long margin.
I am not coming in last place. There's a 0% chance of that.
Of what?
Me coming in last.
I'm either
0%.
coming in first or last. I'm like Ricky Bobby.
I also believe that.
Steve, no, in Steve's credit, he really does have like a S&P 500 NASDAQ type of portfolio. Like it's not going to come in last. That's for
There's
sure.
0% chance I come in last. I can
Yeah,
promise.
I
you.
agree. There's 0% chance for that.
I think there's a high chance that Amit goes last.
Oh my gosh. I could go last. I have some risky picks. I could.
I will tell you. I think it's a toss up between Matt and Chris at this point. I think I'm going to be in the middle, and Amit and Tan are going to be trailing behind.
Well, if NVIDIA does what we think NVIDIA can do, Tanner is definitely not being last. So if anything, he might be second or first. And then if crypto is fine, Coinbase will do good. I mean, like he also has an S&P NASDAQ type of an ETF that can do very well. So
The thing that makes me very happy with this is recently I have been thinking about when crypto winter is showing up. Obviously, it's on everybody's minds, right? We're kind of getting at the peaks here of kind of crypto, and we think everybody, I think, is in the same lens of when it's going to do its hyperbolic move to the upside, peak out, and then eventually it's inevitable downside. The thing that's nice is we'll now all be tracking how crypto is doing because at least 3 people have it in their portfolios to some extent over the next year. So even if it still remains to do well or poorly, we could at least track it. So when crypto winter does come around, obviously buy low, sell high, and hopefully we can have that opportunity to all benefit. Right?
Can I ask you guys a question? How many names of these 10 do you guys personally own? I own 6 of my names.
I own 1, 2, 3, 4. I own 4. I own Palantir, Hood, Tesla, and Grab.
Do I count my public portfolio with Chris?
No, you have to count your actual.
Oh, well, that's tough. I only have like 6 stocks. 7
This
stocks
is being calculated through a equal weighted model that Steve built. We showed it in the beginning. You can go back to the beginning of the stream. You guys can see how we did it.
Yeah.
Steve? Steve owns 10 of these. He owns everything.
Steve owns everything.
This is his portfolio.
No.
Yeah.
I own Meta. I own Microsoft. I own Broadcom, Salesforce, and that's it.
You don't own Netflix?
No.
I'm shocked, actually.
I have speculative plays on most of my portfolio. I mean, most of these. So some of them I have like strong conviction in, like UNH I have strong conviction in, Google strong conviction in, Axon somewhat strong conviction in, Cisco and Oracle are there as well. I do have I do have a position in Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk. I don't have a position in Take Two. And the reason why I don't have a position in Take Two is because I freaking am stupid. And I was like, oh, I'll take a look at it. And then, like some of these stocks, you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to take a look at it like next week. And then you just kind of forget about it. And then all of a sudden it's like, it's up 30, 40%.
Really quick, because there's some people that are coming in now or much later into the stream. We weren't just picking our 10 favorite names. It was an elimination bracket, and the selection was very tight. There was only 120 names total for all 5 of us to pick from. So some people are putting up tickers and everything saying we should add those names. They weren't even on the list.
Yeah.
So,
and one other thing though, this is for a 1-year competition. So that's the other challenging portion of this too, because there are companies that we probably all like, but we know that it's going to take 5 years out to really like play out where you're going to see those exceptional returns. So when you're saying, hey, I'm going to try to beat the market 1 year ahead, you're picking companies based on that fundamental. So if you look at some of the picks that I have, they have catalysts that are specifically driven for next year. So that's why, like, otherwise if you were to ask me like, hey, 5 years out, pick some companies, it might be a completely different portfolio.
That's facts. Everyone's Twitter and YouTube will be in the description. I'm putting their Twitters on the screen right now as well. This was fun, dude. This was super cool. I think we can do this definitely once every year. Probably at the beginning of the year makes more sense. So we'll do it again in January in next year. That's YouTube right there in the chat. And yeah, this was super fun. Exciting stuff. I know futures VIX is up 16% right now. S&P's down 2%. We'll talk a lot more about it tomorrow. I haven't even seen all the news, so I've got to collect my thoughts as well. But regardless, this was fun. Retail events. We're going to keep doing this as a community. Again, thank you everybody for joining. This is the fun part of like really building an authentic community. We're just 5 random guys. That's it. We're not that special. And we come together, have some good laughs, get to explain our thought process around companies, and hopefully it's helpful for everyone else over the long term as well.
All right. Have a good one, guys.
All right, cool. Thank you, everybody. I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Market Open. Bye, everyone. Good night. Bye-bye.